I'm very excited about having somebody here from not Sacramento. This is really cool.
Yeah, all the way from Natomas.
All the way from Natomas! All the way from Natomas, California, I have Lee Braithwaite. I'm going to say it wrong. Every time I'm going to say it wrong.
It's close enough. Thanks, Odin.
You're welcome, Lee. It's Lee from Geek Pride. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. We're starting up here with the... For those of you who are watching in the future, we're starting up with the Patreon-only portion of the live stream. So the first 45 minutes is going to be an unscheduled live stream specifically for the members of my Discord and Patreon membership, so they can get a little bit of extra alone and quality time with me. And Lee. So, hi, Lee.
How you doing, sir? Oh, good to be back.
Good, I'm glad. Yes, you popped by once before with a couple of Muppets.
I did.
I remember, as far as the live stream goes. And I know you visited a couple of times.
Yep. And thank you again for doing that little joke for me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome, yes. I'm glad to help get things sorted out for you and the missus.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
So what I didn't bring any today, but I'll bring some more Muppets. I still got to bring Piggy for Felicia, because I know she's a Piggy fan.
In a big way.
Yeah, and Animal, because I know you're an Animal
fan. I'm an Animal fan, yeah.
And then I have some more, but I don't know when they're coming, so...
Which I remember you teased about. And
those are going to be fun.
Those are, yeah. So, how... Lee collects authentic Muppet replicas, actually potentially made by someone who at one point in time worked with Henson Studios, so as authentic as you can get. How many do you have there now? Not counting the two coming. I mean, how many are actually sitting?
5.
5, okay.
5. And I have a couple of other replicas. One of my golden retriever.
Oh, okay.
She's pretty cool. And one of me.
Right, you posted pictures of your Lee puppet.
Yeah, which I really... That's one of my favorites, because it's so much like me. They did a great job on that.
That's
but he
cool.
didn't make those, another person did.
Okay. Let's see. Steve D is saying it isn't like you to pronounce the name wrong. Laugh out loud. Which means we have audio. Thank you for the audio check, Steve. Dan Does Junk says, hi, Odin, and hello to Geek Pride. Dan, I did see your comment about my most recent video. I've already teased Jerry months ago about making kits. I'm going to be making kits. So it's going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I definitely want to make kits as we jump around a lot. Welcome to ADD Theater.
Well, now you got your laser cutter. I mean, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah. I really like that silly device. Yeah, that's nice. I'm working on a prop that won't be a video that's being used for someone's production. I have no idea what level of film this is for, but basically they want something similar to the headpiece of the Staff of Ra. They want some sort of a staff and potentially a crown. This actually goes along with a video that Try to Finish Something is doing right now. Sean Cash is working on a golden throne, and it's for the same shoot. Wow. So he actually may have more information about what's going on in the shoot than I do. So I'm making these two things and then potentially a couple of other things, and that all happens mid-October, I think, so all that has to be finished here in the next week or two.
Gotcha.
Which is good. I'm okay with that.
Everybody clear? What's
Everybody
happening?
clear? Yeah, everyone know? Sorry as I bounce around a lot. So everyone's going to ask, I mentioned this in Discord briefly, Felicia's out of town this week. She's traveling and enjoying herself, so today Lee was nice enough to say, sure, I'll come over and help. Hang out.
Kill a few hours. My wife's working from home today, so she's like, thank goodness. I don't have to deal with you.
All right, that's good. That's good.
And that's true as well.
I believe you. I totally believe you. So I didn't know for sure if we wanted to just do exactly what Felicia and I do, which means you got to stand on a box. But where I'm working on something and you're interacting with, which is cool. I know you have a number of things that on your Geek Pride channel as well as podcasts that you do, and you may have brought some of that to potentially play with.
Yeah, we were chatting a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Yeah. Time flies. And we were talking about spicy food, and one of the things that I do on my channel is we taste anything that's going to kill you, basically.
Okay. Like cobalt?
Yes, we've done that.
Okay.
Tarmac, all those good things.
Oh, good.
And one of the last thing we talked about was the world's hottest cheese balls. which
Okay.
is the first thing that I've not been able to do a challenge for.
Okay. Because nobody will do it, or
No.
they're
My,
too
my
hot?
buddy Jason, who is for some reason friends with me still, we do the videos together because my wife's sane and won't touch anything spicy.
Right.
And he was actually the one that bought them. He sent them to my house, and this box turned up, and I'm like, what the heck? Because it spells my last name deliberately wrong. So I knew he'd sent it, and I opened the box, and it said the world's hottest cheese balls. I'm like, well, how hot can they be?
Right.
So we started filming. I opened the bag, smelled them. This is going to be painful.
Okay.
So we put 10 each out,
Okay.
and I did 2.
These are just like puffy Cheetos
balls.
cheese balls.
Cheese balls.
Because I was thinking cheese balls like with crackers.
Oh, gotcha. No, just puffy cheese balls.
Okay.
And one of the things that we always say is, it's fine until you breathe.
Yeah.
And that was genuinely the case with these.
Okay.
So I ate one, I put another one in, I opened my mouth, and as I opened my mouth, I breathed,
Uh-huh.
and that was it. I was over.
Interesting. Okay, so if we want to play with those today, they wait to the end.
Towards the end, yeah.
Which is, I've often wondered with the Hot Ones channel, the fact that they build up in heat as they go along, since it's building on what you've already eaten, that also just amplifies the experience, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But when it's straight, punch you in the face, hurt, pain, nastiness.
Okay.
You want to smell them?
Yeah, I'd love to smell them. So Lee has talked about bringing stuff by a lot, and the fact that I get a chance to potentially play with these during this, that makes me really happy.
Have a sniff of them.
Have a sniff of these.
If anything, they're good on calories.
Because you're only going to eat one. Well, they're 140. One per container. Okay. Oh, the whole container is 100.
The whole container is 140.
Oh, wow. 48.
And I will pay anybody $1,000 if they can finish the whole thing. Because there's no way. And the funny thing is, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
The funny thing is, I like Carolina Reaper.
Okay.
Which is what's in them.
Okay.
But there's something else that's just killing.
Guinness Book of World Records, hottest pepper in the world. All right, let's do the whole
And maybe,
talk show camera thing here.
Maybe partially it's because it's covered in a powder.
Uh-huh.
And that powder coats your mouth, gets in the back of your throat. And that was the problem with me.
Okay.
I breathed in and I felt the powder hit the back of my throat. And that was what did it.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So it says 2.2 million SHU?
Scoville units.
Okay, I haven't seen it abbreviated that way.
So Scoville units, do you know what Scoville units is?
Roughly, yes, but feel free to let everyone else know and help remind me.
So years ago, when they were looking at how to do peppers, they came up with a system where they would have somebody taste the pepper,
Okay.
and then squirt sugar water in their mouth. And however many squirts it took, that was the Scoville unit. So like a jalapeno was like 150 or whatever it is.
Oh, that's how many squirts it took to counteract it.
Exactly.
Okay.
How they do it now with the 2 million, because quite frankly, I do not want 2 million squirts of sugar water in my mouth.
Oh, too much. Yeah.
But yeah, jalapeno I think is like maybe 800, something like that.
Okay.
So 2.2 million is a lot.
Yeah.
There is one pepper that's hotter than that, and that's the Apollo.
It's hotter than the Carolina.
Yeah, which does not have a rating.
Okay.
But that's what's in the final Hot One sauce.
Oh.
Which
okay.
I also brought, if you want to try that.
Oh, I'd love to, yes.
But I actually do like that.
Okay. Right, because we've talked about that a lot of the really hot sauces don't have anything going on other than hot.
Exactly. And some are just plain nasty. Like, they have the bomb as they call it.
Okay.
On Hot Ones. And I don't know if you've ever tried that.
No, I haven't. No, I've watched the show, but I haven't.
The heat's not overly bad.
Okay.
But the flavor, there's nothing else can describe how horrible it is.
Okay.
It's so disgusting. So I will never eat that again.
Okay. I believe you. Actually, I just, on occasion, I'm buying hot sauces that I find at supermarkets, nothing major, but I've got one that's like, ha! A lot of them just taste like vinegar and red pepper. So
Well, I gotta tell you, my favorite hot sauce is Truff.
Truff.
It's a black truffle hot sauce.
Oh, so TRUFF?
Fantastic.
Okay.
They also do a white truffle version and a red spicy truffle version. And the white actually has the best flavor. That on pizza, oh my god, it's so good.
Yes, truffle oil in pizza is great.
The smell, so you get that heat and you get the truffle smell and taste. It's fantastic.
Okay.
But that's not a mega spicy one.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, they smell like Carolina Reaper that I remember. How old are these?
Not that old. We filmed it. Oh gosh, when was it? Oh my gosh.
The hottest balls you'll ever put in your mouth. Okay, then you said breathing's bad because I can tell that this has got some heat building up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, it's a builder. It's a creeper.
That's a Carolina Reaper, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you said you had inhaled the dust, and I could see how that would be a major problem because, yeah, I'm salivating.
It's spicy.
It's spicy. It is a
The first
spicy
one,
meatball.
yeah, the first one I was okay.
Right.
Second one, I was dealing with it.
Right.
But I was also chewing the first one I put the second in.
Okay.
And I went to put a third in, and then it got really bad.
Okay. Because, yeah, these are pretty spicy. Hey, it hailed. I did it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we were trying to do it timed as well.
Oh, that would make a difference.
So we were just kind of popping them like Tic Tacs.
Oh, okay. So I'm taking my time here.
Yeah.
All right.
But
those are definitely hot.
They've got a real punch to them. And I didn't get a lot of cheese either.
No, I'm not getting a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
And they've got the texture of Cheetos that have been open for a while.
Yeah.
But that may have been the way they have always been.
I would agree with you because they were like that when I opened them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm salivating quite well, and my eyes starting to water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're hot. Yeah,
they have a kick.
They are hot.
They have a kick. The trouble is, anything else you try now, you're not going to taste.
Oh, that's true. Damn it. We talked about that, and I ruined it. Well, how do I cleanse my palate?
I did bring ice cream. So.
Well, this could be a good stream.
Which is why I asked you what your favorite ice cream was.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I texted out and said, "What? Strange question. What's your favorite ice cream?" So.
Cheeseaholic is talking about he wants to do the one chip challenge as well.
Speaking of that,
Dan Does Junk, who was willing to be a secondary if you couldn't have made it.
Oh, really?
Week. Yeah. He was thinking of doing the one chip challenge. Should he?
So I did the original one chip challenge.
Uh-huh.
And it's hot.
Okay.
It's not going to kill you.
Sure. This is still hot, by the way.
10 minutes it starts to die.
Oh, okay.
Then I did the yellow one, which I think was the second one, and that was very similar, honestly. I couldn't really taste much different.
Okay.
The new one, I'm not doing, because the new one, they've put a ton of blue dye. So it literally dyes your mouth blue.
Oh.
People are saying it doesn't taste any hotter, but it just makes your mouth blue for like hours. So I won't be doing that one. I don't know. But I did find in my garage a box of the original one chip challenges, which are still fine in date.
Okay. Yeah, I swear I've had things before that were heavily dyed, like Romulan Ale. So it was this blue beer that they would make.
Yes.
The dye ruined the flavor of the beer. The large amounts of dye affected the flavor.
I can see that. It's like black food coloring. If
you
put black food coloring in a cake, it just ruins the flavor. Because you've got to use so much of it to get black, otherwise it's grey. Right.
First thing comes to mind, because it was the first time I realized they made black food coloring, because I didn't think about it. Yep, salivating like mad. This is good and hot.
Is it still spicy in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still spicy in my mouth.
I figured.
Yep. Yes, it is.
We talked about this before we came on. He's like, let's leave the really spicy stuff till the
Yeah, and I just went for it because I wasn't thinking because I'm just in the moment. So George Romero's third Dead movie, Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
There's one character zombie in the movie called Bub.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ex-military guy.
One of my favorite films.
In order to help give Bub a more of a unique character, they used the teeth blackout stuff and blacked out all of his teeth. And then before every take, he would wash his mouth with black food coloring and vegetable oil.
Yep.
Which would just coat everything. So he opened his mouth and it was just black inside.
And that's actually the same thing they did with Danny DeVito with Penguin.
Oh, okay.
But they added some blue as well, I believe. So it was very, very, very jet black blue color.
Oh, okay.
So when you see him eating fish and the bluish black drool coming
out, that's the food coloring. Okay. He didn't have totally black teeth though. He just had he had like really nasty black roots and Okay.
Same thing though. It's still the teeth blackener.
Okay. That's very cool.
Welcome to Makeup Tips with Odin.
Hey, it's all good. Welcome to Spicy Tears with Odin.
You're handling it very well, I will say.
Okay.
I coughed for like 10 minutes, but like I said, it hit the back of my throat.
I didn't, just barely, just enough. Like, oh yeah, there's that, and because you warned me, otherwise, no,
Yeah. See, I went in blind because I'm a dumb something or other.
Don't
Don't want to curse on your stream.
Snowboarding. Mariah Woods is also saying they want to try the one chip challenge.
Avoid this year though, because that blue fruit coloring it's a dumb idea. I don't know why they did it.
I didn't see it on that. So I finally saw some for sale because I never see them for sale. I just know people suddenly show up with them and then they never open them up.
Yeah.
The ones I saw were at a Flying J truck stop, and the package still looked like a normal chip. It wasn't a blue chip or anything.
It's a blue package this year. Every year they change the color of the packaging. So red's the original, which is what I have. They're still fine because I gave a friend of mine one a couple of weeks ago, which is how I found them.
It was red or yellow.
So that's the original, or the one after. But the new one's blue. I watched a video, obviously on YouTube because that's where we watch videos. A guy ate of the blue ones 30.
Okay.
One after another. So
they were $8 a piece for.
Well, he ate 30 of them.
Okay.
And he was dying.
Oh yeah.
And the drool that was coming out was just like staining his face and the table, and it was just you couldn't pay me to do that.
Okay.
No amount of money on YouTube is worth it.
Okay.
Because I'd like to make it past 53.
Sure, I can appreciate that. $1,000, huh? All right, so
I will be amazed if you can do that.
Yeah, right.
Dances eat another.
Yeah, dances eat another. Right. Yep. Take a drink already. Time to take money. Yeah. Hit me. Mariah says, "Hit me up for any chip challenges." That could be fun. Maybe we need to, because I know both Mariah and Dan are close enough to be easy for them.
Oh,
to
they
get
are?
here. Oh yeah.
I have more one chips at home.
All right. Spicy time with. I just did a Instagram live with spicy tie designs.
I saw that
over the weekend. That was fun.
I caught the end of it.
Yeah, that was fun. I've been following him and talking back and forth on Instagram and social media for years. It was really cool actually getting to talk to him. And his new book is really cool. So the whole point is to promote Spicy Tie's new book, Cosplay and You. It's a delving into the history of Sanjit? Spicy Tie Design's own personal history of cosplay and how working at Weta helped it out. What I really liked was that it wasn't a how-to book, more of a how I did it book. So if that makes any sense, it was very...
Yeah. That's nice.
He was saying that when the idea for the book came about, he didn't make any projects just for the book. He did like a couple of recreations, but everything was what he had finished and the designs that he had made to make what he had finished, and talked about the thought processes for why he did what he does and how his crafting has improved over the years. So
interesting.
It was actually
that sounds like a
neat
good
book.
read.
Yeah, very well laid out too. Very graphical the way it's laid out. It's not just a white page. You've got a white texture on the page, and then you got your images on top of it, and you've got your text box, and it's all neat the way it's
nice.
It's pretty.
Nice.
So yeah,
because some how-to books can be very bland.
They can. And yeah,
that sounds interesting.
It is interesting. I liked it a lot, and I know that I've got other friends who have how-to books, so I get really nervous about trying to talk about how-to books because I want to make it sound like I'm bagging on any of my other friends.
I mean, they have their time and place.
Yeah.
A how-to book you go to if you want to find out how to do something. This, it sounds more like sit down, have a read, and just kind of...
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy.
And yes, and he had some really neat tips and ideas that he did for making stuff work that I thought was brilliant, and that I wouldn't mind incorporating.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with how he sets up the leather on the inside. He uses leather strapping for the insides of all of his EVA foam plates, and how he sets that up with just enough slack that things can move. And it was like, all right, and just because the idea I've understood, but no one's ever really laid it out.
Gotcha.
Right. So I thought that was one thing I remember that I thought was really cool.
Nice.
So, yeah, spicy.
Let me know when you want to crack open the ice cream.
All right. Well, I think I'm
It's coming down.
it's coming down. Yeah.
Okay. That's about right.
Yeah.
You gonna have another?
Yeah, later on.
And the cameras are off. Eh?
No, I'll do it during the. I'm sure the public stream will want to have it happen again, and yeah, no problem.
That might be a one chip challenge time.
It might be.
But we do also have the Hot One Pringles, which are not as bad.
Okay.
So whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna have lunch on stream, sort of. When stream's all over, what do you want for lunch, Odin? Mashed potatoes.
Do the one chip challenge while gluing and see how bad the seams are.
Oh, there you are. So I've got to guess. It's exciting. I so want to just interact and be like this talk show. I really guess the whole time. I think you've talked about it before, or a little bit in the self promotions on Discord. But I think I asked you once already. Your channel. What exactly is it you're doing on Geek Pride?
So,
YouTube.com/Geek Pride.
So years ago, it started out with all geeky things, hence
Okay.
the logo.
Sure.
And then the geeky things kind of changed
Right.
because we started to do some taste tests and things.
Okay.
And
Not.
go on, which one don't you get?
I've picked them all out before, but now I'm double checking the D mentally, and that's not coming through on the Pride, and the second E. The second E is
So the D should be very obvious knowing me.
okay. That is obvious then.
Okay.
All right.
And the E actually I did as a tribute to a friend of mine, a buddy of mine's really into this.
Oh, okay. I was really
But don't
into
think
that.
TV or movies, think toy.
What, Exo Squad or
Anybody in the chat now? What the E's for?
so? Well, this E I know.
Oh, you know that one.
This E is when I wasn't.
Oh.
This E I know. Joe Diaz has that tattooed in his arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that E. But he's got the stripes with the stars on the end
So
of it.
this E.
That E was the one that I wasn't
Okay,
100%.
that's actually Star Trek the movie.
Oh, okay. Because first thing came to mind was Star Trek, but it's like it's
Yeah.
not the right font for the Star Treks that I know.
It's the movie one.
So it's the J.J. Abrams one, or
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I like that font a little bit more, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I've done so many Photoshop things in the past, playing around with Star Trek fonts that
Yeah.
yeah.
They're obvious.
Yeah. That one wasn't. Very
The
cool.
one that people miss is the eye. People never
Right.
get the eye.
Okay. So, let's see if can I get the camera? See if I can't get this camera pointed at your eye, so we can play it. Because no, I know what the eye is. And same thing. I think it took me a minute to realize what the eye was, but there we are.
Yeah, you'd be amazed how many people don't get that.
So this is the eye here.
Any guesses in chat?
But we can run through and talk about which is which in just a second, because I'm pretty sure now that you pointed out the two that I was questioning, pretty sure I would be more than happy to do what I think they are, and you can let me know if I'm right. But we'll wait a couple of minutes.
I don't see anybody in the chat saying what the eye is yet.
Right.
But no, we started out Yep, Jerry got it.
Yep. Of course Jerry did.
But it's amazing how many people don't.
Okay.
But yeah, we started off doing all kinds of geek stuff and movies and that kind of thing, and then it just transpired into just eating weird crap, spicy stuff. We've had the biggest thing that we do are Oreos.
Okay.
Because there's so many flavors of Oreos. I think my Oreo playlist right now is up to like 50 something.
Are they just the different flavors of Oreos that
Yeah,
you found?
yeah.
So this isn't just what you walk into the supermarket and find.
Well, a lot of them are. The
Okay.
ones that we were actually sent were from Japan. Was it Japan?
Okay.
Japan or Thailand? I can't remember where they came
Well,
from. But we
you
did
can do a whole playlist of Kit Kats from Japan.
Yeah, but we did a spicy buffalo chicken Oreo.
Okay.
Which if you took
Hey,
the
my
cream
sinuses are
out,
clear.
if you took the cream out of an Oreo and mixed it with a chicken bouillon cube and Tabasco, That's what it tasted like. That was
yum!
So bad. That was so bad.
So that box of Oreos didn't get finished, or the bag didn't get finished.
No. In fact, that's how Jason, my co-host, started. Is I let him try them, and he's like, "Do you try weird crap like this all the time?" I go, "Yeah." And I'd lost my other co-host because she moved to a different state.
Okay.
And so he jumped in and started to do it with me. But the other one that was surprisingly good from Japan, Thailand, whichever it was, was wasabi.
Oh, I bet.
It was fantastic.
So this is same
Same
cocoa.
cookie.
Okay, same cookie.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it was fantastic.
Okay.
But we've done all kinds of... They did a Swedish fish Oreo.
That sounds very chewy.
It was a cream that tasted like Swedish fish.
Okay.
And it was the most disgusting thing I think I've ever had. The buffalo chicken was better.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad it was.
Wow.
My wife, who loves Swedish fish, took a bite and spat it out.
Okay.
So that's how bad it was. We do so many different chip flavor taste tests because there's chips from all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
England, where I'm from, obviously,
Right.
has some of the strangest flavored chips.
Okay.
They had one called Builder's Breakfast, which literally tasted like bacon, egg, and sausage.
Okay.
And it was the weirdest thing, but gosh, it was so good.
Starting to sound like Wonka's
It really
Thanksgiving
was.
dinner.
Yeah, it
Okay.
really was. Because you taste it and it's like, oh, there's a fried egg. No, wait, hang on, that's bacon. No, it's sausage. And that literally was what it tasted like. It was fantastic.
Okay. Huh.
And it was a limited time thing, and they've never done it since, which
Right,
is
of
such a
course not.
shame.
I
So
think.
yeah, we get them sent from over the world, and a lot of them I do find in California.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of what it's turned
those
into.
hers or whatever. Was that her? There's a brand name I see. Winco has it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've done some Hers stuff.
Because some of those are really good.
Hers actually just did 3 new flavors that they were testing, but they were only in Philadelphia.
What the hell?
And there were 3 flavors that are epitomize Philadelphia. So there was a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, so it was like diesel fumes. And
Yeah, there was a Philly cheesesteak, and there was something something hot, and I can't remember what the third one was. And I tried everywhere to get them, and I couldn't find them.
Huh.
Couldn't find them anywhere.
Okay.
So yeah, but sometimes the viewers send them to me.
Okay.
People do that.
Right, yeah.
Hey, try this weird crap.
All right.
All right.
Trying weird crap.
Yeah.
There was a. So there's one time at Burning Man. The last time I was? No, this was 05. Right? 04 when I went to Burning Man. No, I'm still pushing that too far. This is 3. Yeah. So 2003 I was at Burning Man with some friends, and this guy has his yum cart is all it was. So it was this kind of a rickshaw, sort of a cart thing that he built that you push around.
Yeah.
And I called it the yum cart because you could read yum on both sides, right?
Okay.
and dyslexic or backwards letters don't bother me enough, whichever one that I just read it both ways. So he would stop and he would pull out different things for you to try. Okay. And he had a whole bunch of things, and he would just work his way through these different flavors to see how quickly you would call it quits. So of course, Burning Man, I've been drinking. No. And this is in the evening, so it wasn't hot outside, right? So I remember he pulls something out and gives it to me, and it's like, okay, and that's salty, and that's this, that's barbecue sauce, that's this, that's hot. And he works his way through, and I think one of the last things he brings out is like spicy cuttlefish, dried cuttlefish from Japan, right? Which was this chewy, salty, spicy, whatever.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, this is that. And he kind of looks at me and says, "That's it, I'm out." What? Really? It was like 10 things. It was a lot, but it was just a bite of each, and he was just surprised that I didn't disgust out on it, I guess. Because it wasn't specifically hot. It was weird textures. It was flavors that shouldn't be with the texture. But it was all real food. Right? It's the first thing I asked. I was like, "This is real food, right?" So, yeah, it's all right.
Well, the other week, again, my buddy who does these with me is his real job.
Okay.
Is an exterminator.
Okay.
And so again, I get one of these mystery boxes in the mail.
Right.
With my name spelled wrong, and I open it up, and it was edible bugs.
Okay.
And I'm kind of bug phobic, and he knows this.
Okay.
No.
No.
I did one of them, but one was literally like yay big.
Oh, wow.
You could see its face. It was staring at you like, hi, eat me.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, turn it away. And I couldn't do that.
Okay.
And he thought it was highly amusing.
Well, yeah.
But then again, he wouldn't eat that, so.
It would be interesting to... Have I eaten bugs? I've eaten ground crickets in stuff, but I've never eaten something that I can directly identify as being a bug that I can remember or intentionally. I've inhaled my fair share of gnats.
Yeah, no, we did. He then ordered for another video different flavored crickets, which were crispy, and they were actually because I'm bug phobic, seeing these things in my hand, staring at me back, but they weren't too bad, I will say.
Okay,
but we've still got to get that video up, so that's not up yet.
Gotcha. So you are still currently producing and putting videos out on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. As you know, I'm having a couple of health issues right now. So we find a day where I'm feeling good. He comes over, we bang out 5 videos in a row.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes one hot one, because, I have stuff stockpiled that are spicy, but I'm not doing 4 in a row. He can, figure that. So we just try and bang them out, and then when I'm feeling up to it, I'll do a bit of editing and things like that.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's fun.
That's cool.
And I will literally try anything. One of my favorite things, and actually it's rapidly becoming Jason's favorite thing, I subscribe to a thing called Brit Grub. Not sponsored, Brit, B-R-I-T.
Oh, Brit. I heard brick.
And I get these boxes every month that are full of stuff from my home country.
Oh, okay.
And so he gets to try all these weird English stuff that he's never had before. And I get to stand there going, I remember I had that as a kid. Oh my gosh, I used to love that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so those are fun. I enjoy those. Those are actually an enjoyable one.
Like it.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, those are good.
I was trying to think about bugs. So there is one I can remember intentionally eating, and that was bug-shaped. And it just happened to be a friend of mine. We were in Vegas, which is apparently this isn't going to stay in Vegas. Down there doing a trade show. It was when I was working at Play Incorporated. Anyway, he's an exterminator now as well. So, hey, it works out. He had over escargot. And so, and I've got a stale on the end of my fork. And it was just a very chewy tortellini. It was a very chewy, buttery garlic mollusk. Yeah. All right. So that's the, I ate one. And I was like, it's all yours, Steve. You're good.
We were talking before we went live about the YouTube algorithm and the things that it likes and it doesn't like.
Right.
And about 5 years ago, I think it was, because of this weird Oreo playlist.
Okay.
For April Fool's Day, I mocked up a fake package.
Okay.
I redid the cream in a whole bunch of Oreos.
Okay.
And I did Tide Pod Oreos, because that was the dumb thing at the time.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because when we started doing the Oreos, we taste the original thing and then move on to the real thing and see how they compare.
Okay.
So I even made fake gummy Tide Pods.
Oh, okay.
And that was one of my most successful videos, and people were commenting, oh, that's too funny, I bet you're pretty April Fools, and all that kind of thing.
Right.
And YouTube went, this is dangerous, we'll take it down.
Of course.
So I learned my lesson there.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it was funny.
Yeah, oh, I bet. So that video's not up or available currently. All right.
No.
Bummer that.
Yeah, because I had a lot of views on that.
Yeah, I bet.
If anybody's dumb enough to do that, then, Anyway.
Yeah.
What's everybody saying?
Yeah, what are we saying?
Thank you, Dan.
What's that?
Dan says it's a cool logo. Thank you,
Yes. Totally missed the link in the Discord. Hello, Schultz. Thank you for showing up. So Schultz says he used to have a barbecue sauce called Pain Maker, and he loved it. My Angus dropped it on the floor, and now it's not available in your store anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, yeah. Jerry Can is trying to fix his PC, so as soon as that is fixed, Jerry Can Cosplay will have a new video out, which is very cool. Same issue Felicia ran into. I hope you have your PC fixed faster than Felicia managed to get. Still actually hasn't put a video out. She's been doing live streams.
Yeah.
But she hasn't done the video yet. Her new laptop should be able to handle editing, but she hasn't really pushed it yet or given herself a chance. So
I was in the similar position end of last year, and I got a new laptop, and it's so nice now.
okay.
It doesn't chug when I edit. Which is
Oh,
always
that's good.
Yeah.
Yes. So one of the things I was talking about was seeing how well I could identify everything else. Although you gave me the two that I'm pretty sure I don't know.
Okay, so go on.
let's let's see what we've got here. We'll get a pointer that isn't going to hurt and stand out against the black. So the G is Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
Okay, and we got the E from Transformers.
Yep.
You got the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Yep.
You got Back to the Future.
Yep.
Harry Potter.
Yep.
This is that thing. Star Wars.
Yep.
And then Goonies, which when the first time I looked at the logo, I was like, what is that one? Oh, that's the skull eye from Goonies. Mm-hmm. So the D is Doctor Who.
Thank you.
And the E is the E from G.I. Joe.
Yep, you got it. I'm surprised you didn't get the D. Especially knowing me.
Yeah, I didn't.
The man who drives a TARDIS.
I was actually, that can't be Die Hard, you know. And Doctor Who has changed logos, like Star Trek has changed logos a few times. So.
That is true. That is true. This is, I think, the Peter Capaldi font, if memory serves.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe the David Tennant one. No, I think it's David Tennant.
Yeah. Could yeah.
They're all fairly similar. I miss the old Doctor Who one.
Yeah.
Like the John Pertwee, the Tom Baker font.
Right, the one that was where they pointed the video camera at the monitor to get that recursive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or but I think
that's what it looks like.
No, I'm sure that's what they did.
Okay.
Because the BBC were very low tech. I know because I used to work for them.
Okay. That logo was the square rotated, so it was a diamond with Doctor Who over it and the patchwork.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I always liked that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
like
very
that
cool.
font. But again, nobody would know it because they're not old like I am.
Right. I tried to wear an old shirt, but it's not fair because this is a local TV thing, so from the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't know that because I came here in 87.
Okay. Yeah, this was Bob Wilkins, so it's the same guy that I had that green face T-shirt with the cigar that I wore not too long ago.
Yeah.
Same guy, but on in the afternoon, so it was like 4:30. I think it was just before the news. He would run this half-hour serialized science fiction children's show. So it was him as Captain Cosmic and this really bad, boxy, I'm a robot, someone made in their garage. He looked really good, but yeah. Anyway, and they would play a Godzilla movie in increments over the whole week, or they would play Ultraman over the whole week, or they would play anime or something. It was always kind of science fiction or monster kind of related.
Interesting.
And he ran, I think, for a year or two. And yeah, I just remember every day watching that.
Because we're a similar age, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. I see somebody, Adaptable Gamer says they still want a Doctor Who scarf. I actually have a tie that is the Tom Baker scarf pattern.
Oh, yeah?
And nobody knows what it is because it's a tie.
Because it's a tie, okay.
But it's exactly the same pattern as
all right. At this point, people probably think it's a TVA tie from Loki.
Maybe, yeah.
Because they got a bit of a... And it cuts off flat, right? Their tie is... it's straight. It doesn't have the flare to it at all. And it's very flat on the bottom. And it's shorter as far as ties, the TVA ties.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. First thing comes to mind when you say it.
It's amazing how our mind drifts to different things when we're thinking of one thing and move on to another. I do the same thing.
Right.
So.
But, yeah. That was my... the original series Doctors, Baker was the first Doctor that I saw, and probably my favorite.
Really?
Yeah. It's probably just because of the first one I saw, right? But because
you always remember your first, as they say.
There you go. Because Pertwee's good, and so is Davison. The scarf is... I actually never wanted one.
Really?
Yeah. The hat I did, the coat I did, but the scarf is like, that just seems hot.
See, my first was John Pertwee.
Okay.
So he always has a soft spot, which is probably why I was a big fan of Peter Capaldi, because he kind of reminded me of each other.
Yeah. No,
and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Pertwee or Capaldi?
The Capaldi.
Okay.
Genuinely, I met him in San Francisco with my wife, and the first and last time she ever cosplayed with me.
Okay.
I cosplayed as him, and she cosplayed as the TARDIS in a TARDIS dress.
Okay.
It's the first and last time she's like, I must love you because I'm doing this.
And it's just a TARDIS dress.
We did a picture opportunity with him, and my wife asked him to dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he very graciously said, that's very kind of you, but I actually have plans with my wife.
Okay.
So he was very nice about it. But
That's
very
cool.
nice person. He was very polite to everybody he met.
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually really good
Yeah,
to hear.
because you see some of these people. Have you ever met Shatner, William Shatner?
No, I haven't met him. I've seen him speak on stage. There was a con that came through Sacramento where it was Shatner and Nimoy, and so I saw both of them on stage talking to each other, talking about stuff.
I
Train.
I thought that's what he was.
It's a little loud.
It was very loud. I did a photo op with him because I figured the guy's 104 and he's not going to be around much longer.
Good plan.
Let's get a picture.
Yeah.
And he could have been a cardboard cutout. He never spoke, never said a word, just sat on a chair, click, move on.
Wow.
Yeah, but on stage he was fantastic.
Okay, so he's just tired and not interested in interacting.
He's like, just give me money.
Yeah.
Take a picture, give me money, go on.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah. It's interesting when you meet your hero at these conventions,
right.
somebody who you've admired and really like.
And they turn out to be
Yeah.
named Richard for a reason.
Yeah.
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 And then you see somebody who you've watched. I met Sid Haig, who is he's been in a ton of horror movies. He was in a lot of the Rob Zombie movies before he passed on. So he was in House of a Thousand Corpses. He was Captain Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding. Okay.
And you see him in these things where he's this lunatic, psychotic individual. He's one of the nicest people. He was genuinely nice. He was at I think it was the Sinister Creature. I think he was there. So anyway.
That was long ago, was it?
I don't think so.
That sounds familiar. I remember I didn't go to that one, I don't think, but yeah. That sounds familiar.
And Michael Berryman, who was in the...
Oh, I know he's a nice guy.
Oh. I'm talking about the guy from...
you're talking about the guy from Last House on the Left.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yeah, Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes.
Lovely guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. I haven't met him, but yeah.
Lovely guy.
Okay. Yeah.
It's strange.
Okay. Of course he is.
So the rule is, meet a psycho in movies because they're nice.
Yes. Like Doug Bradley, I'm told, was a really nice guy. And he enjoyed playing Pinhead, but was just, in person, was just pleasant and sweet, and a sweetheart.
Never met him. The other person that I met and I had a really nice interaction with was Doug Jones, who does a lot of full body makeup. So he was in Pan's Labyrinth. And
yeah, he's the shape of water. He's the
Guillermo del
Captain
Toro's
Saru.
puppet.
Yeah. No, he is.
He's a lovely guy.
He was Mac Tonight, which also may not be. If you remember the commercial Mac Tonight with the. So, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. It's your show.
What? I'm gonna. One of the first acting jobs that Doug got after being a mime, and there was a television commercial campaign about McDonald's being open late. This is early 90s, right? So past 10 is now late. And it was wearing a tux or suit, playing a piano, and a giant crescent moon head.
Okay,
that was animatronic talking. He was the guy in that suit for the entire commercial run, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And Mac Tonight bought him his first house and got him really into acting.
Wow.
That was so.
Well, he's a big fan of Kit Kats. Have you ever go see Doug Jones live taking Kit Kats?
Okay.
The last time I saw him, there's a woman throwing Kit Kats the whole way through his panel. And he would just grab them and eat them.
Okay.
Somebody else says he's a nice guy. Jerry.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Doug says, Doug Jones, literally the nicest celeb I've ever met. Yes. And Doug Bradley was great, says Sean Kerr.
And of course, Doug Jones is in the new Hocus Pocus. He's Billy Butcher again.
Good.
Looking forward to that.
What was surprising to me, so I got to meet him pre-pandemic, he hugged everybody.
Doug Jones?
Doug Jones,
oh, yeah. He does. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he does still or not, but it was just massive hug and touch, and it was just like, I got to go do a little microcon up in Lower Washington State, and he was the guest of honor, and I was up there as my YouTube self, so I got to be kind of a guest as well, and they let me go to the VIP celebrity lunch with Doug. It was supposed to have been an hour-long lunch where we eat, and he has some stories, and we ask him questions, and there wasn't really anything else scheduled around it, right? It was just like, here's this thing's going to happen in the cons the next day. He talked for 3.5 hours. Yeah.
Oh, I can believe it.
Oh, he was great.
Absolutely believe it.
Yeah, it was great. That alone was worth the admission to the con. Hey, Schultz, a while ago, no, it's only been about 10 minutes, popped a picture of what the barbecue sauce was. So that's over in Discord, which I know all of you watching right now can go and see that, or most of you can anyway. Jerry was just searching for it. But it is noon, so let's go ahead and switch over to being public and
open the floodgates.
Open the floodgates and let the other 4 people in.
And Cheeseaholic said in chat, by the way, that Doug Jones still hugs people.
Oh, he does? Oh,
apparently.
good.
Show him in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, because Cheese was just at the Star Trek convention, the big Star Trek convention in Vegas. And yeah, he's probably sporting his no hairstyle currently.
Yeah.
Because he's not afraid to completely shave his head to save himself an hour in the makeup chair every day, which makes sense.
I don't blame him.
No. There we go. And we're all good. Okay, I just got to click as soon as Discord pops up, I can click save. And we're set to public. Paymaker Hardcore Barbecue Sauce with 200,000 Scoville.
Oh, that's not that hot.
The homemade Paymaker Barbecue Sauce with 200,000 Scoville will no longer be available. The BBD is a bit short. Okay. So we just popped over live. It's noon, and at noon, when I'm doing my live streams, I like to go ahead and become public and open it up for anyone else who wants to join in and watch the live stream. But it's noon, so hello, I'm Odin, and welcome to my hello and welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. I'm Odin.
And I'm Lee from Geek Pride.
And I finally remembered what my intro was because I was doing it wrong because I have a different person here. But I'm,
throw you.
Yeah, that's all right. It's like I was half expecting that I'm Felicia. But it's just now noon, and a whole lot of people haven't joined in just yet. But to let you guys know, Felicia's not here today because she's currently on the road traveling and having fun. So Lee, who is from the Geek Pride channel right here on YouTube, so youtube.com/geekpride, who happens to live close by, decided to drop by so we could talk about geeky things. He brought all sorts of spicy foods that we'll play with. And maybe, if we shut up, I'll start gluing some stuff. But that's not looking like it's going to happen.
Right now, it's more like Odin doesn't make anything.
Yeah, this is Odin talks.
We've been having a good time. And you missed out on Odin trying some very spicy cheese balls.
Yes, one of the first things that Lee brought out. And this was one of those things where, we should hold this till last, and I didn't. But he's got, the Carolina Reaper cheese balls, which it's a 2,200,000 Scoville unit cheese ball. It says Guinness Book of World Records, hottest pepper in the world. Use gloves while handling. So I skewered them with a probe here. It's a dissection probe. So yeah, I have not used it on a frog.
So you skewered balls with a probe.
I skewered balls with a probe and popped them in my mouth. Yes.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
Twice.
Yes. You had 2 balls.
I had 2 balls. Not at the same time.
We need to keep this PG.
It's totally PG. We're talking about cheese balls. Where's your mind?
In the gutter, usually.
Yeah, mine too. I know exactly what we're talking about. Or exactly what we're not talking about. DGamer2099 says, hello, Odin. Finally made it to a live stream. Hello, DGamer. Thank you for joining in. Mickey Rat is here. Sweet. So Mickey Rat is a friend that I know through the Trashville Morgy people. He helped out with a lot of props in one of the movies they have coming up. That's labor of love, highly intensive on props, effects, and post production. It's a fantasy world like Den from Heavy Metal. It's very Richard Corbin, very Frank Frazetta, very over colorized, with a bit of like Citadel aesthetics, Citadel miniature aesthetics. But Mickey Rat actually has a local low power radio station.
Really?
Yeah. KUTZ SAC radio. I've got the sticker stuck to my box. I can't pull the. I mean, I could, I guess. But yeah. So there's someone else local that we can always play with.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Mickey Rat says it's also kind of Conan inspired. Yeah, the character is very Conan inspired, but the artwork and the look is I thought it was. I felt like it was Richard Corbin, Frazetta. You know, it's Conan too, which those guys are inspired by Frazetta. So, Bat Hangout says hello, Odin. We've got hello, Bat Hangout. Walker Industries. Odin, I'm going to be honest. When you cut the Captain America shield a long time ago, it hurt.
I agree with him there, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really do.
I've actually got it here. I hung it back up. Some of the stuff is still packed from SAC Anime. Yeah, when my friends wanted to do that, right? One of them had the idea to do it, and then it was two different Thor cosplayers actually. So Thor had the idea to do it, and Thor was willing to hold the camera. They weren't sure how well I'd react to it, and it was like, yeah, sure. Now, if you watch the video, I think I've talked about this a couple of times.
I mean, it came out great, but
thank you. When I made it, you know, because it's using Lost Wax Oz's idea of doing the domed piece of foam over a yoga ball. So you've got this big void, this big, you know, piece I got to fill in. So there's got a flat panel here that's got some wood on it to help give it some strength. But when I glued it together, these leather straps that are, you know, for put your arm through, they're just glued on the back to give me as much connection as I could. And this being the belt loop from the belt, there wasn't much. There's barely any here. So when I start cutting, I cut right past that without a problem. And then as I'm cutting along, this guy here did come through. And I think, if I do this right, you can see that right here is leather belt. There it is up there. That's leather belt with foam and foam. So this belt continues here. So as the saw is cutting and it hits this belt, oh yeah, there's a magnet there. So I forgot about the magnet. It hits this belt. All of a sudden, it stops cutting and just and everything's shaking. It's like, what's wrong? You know, I thought I've ruined it, and or maybe that did happen right away in the beginning, and this I saw and we fixed later. Because I was trying to do it all in one take, right? Got this out, I'm gonna do the thing. I just want to do it in one take. So we stopped and I looked at what it was and got around it, and then had Thor the cameraman just come in close and we pick up right where I was. So if you watch, there is an edit. It jumps in closer. And that's because I hit the leather strap and it was going to ruin everything. But yeah, no, it was.
So do you still have the top half of that, or did
Yeah.
that, yeah?
There might be the shelf. Is that right up here? Yeah. Can I get up here?
You want me to hold it for you?
Yeah. You would, please.
I should be holding the one with the English flag on, really, shouldn't I?
You should. That's in the other room. I can get that one if you want it.
I'm good. You just reminded me about that because obviously because of the magnets.
So it's not the perfect magnet, but
That's pretty good though.
no,
I mean, it's foam.
it's foam. Yeah. The Thanos copter is that got a safety on it, or is that? No, I can actually pick that up.
Oh Lord.
Something I don't never take the cons, but yeah, I can just
That's it. That's a.
Oops. There we go.
That's a shame because that's fantastic. I love that.
I didn't make it. I didn't make it collapsible like a lot of the other things I did.
So
right?
fitting it in the car.
Yeah, this doesn't fit in the car. Now I've got a truck, so I could take it. And I was actually just talking to Shop Grandma about possibly upgrading to getting a trailer to help make things move around easier. Gotcha. Because it's not safe to just have everything loaded in the back of the truck. Basically, once the booth is loaded, I have to go home and go back to the shop. I can't stop and get dinner.
Oh, because if it rains or people
or
stealing stuff and
it's stealing because it's just an open pickup truck. And it's possible that's already happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was one point when I stopped to have dinner with friends after a con, and that particular trip, I ended up losing Bakugo glove and Thanos helmet and a few other things. And I don't know if the box got pilfered or if it was just packed poorly and one of the boxes opened up and it blew out in the freeway. Right, so one or the other.
Foam, it's light anyway, so...
Yeah. So, it was a lot of fun video to shoot. It's on my channel for those of you if you want to go see the making the Captain America shield from Endgame. You know, it was the most authentic way to make it, right? You take the Captain America shield and break it, and then hit your friend who came over to help you on your live stream in the face with a Thanos sword.
I've been hitting my face with worse, but we won't.
All right, and
all right. Anyway,
and that's the end.
This is what happens when you grow up watching Benny Hill.
Oh, okay.
Everything's innuendo.
Everything's innuendo. Oh.
Mickey Rat says there's a lot of ways to destroy a shield that you built, but this is how Odin unmakes it.
That's how Odin unmakes.
That's funny.
And Walker, you weren't the only one. I had a lot of people tell me that was just painful to watch.
It was.
Darren Mosier. Oh, wow. Dr. Sci-Fi. Ghostbusters and foam. Sign me up. So, in the title, we talk about making Ghostbusters stuff. And so far, Lee and I haven't even... This is the first time we talked about Ghostbusters, really. There's a small possibility I'll bring some parts out and glue some stuff together. But what we've been doing over the past year is working on a foam proton pack. This is using Lost Wax Oz's patterns that he developed over on his channel, Lost Wax Oz. It's actually Chris Hubert. Yeah, this is all made from foam. Even the hard plastic is foamed plastic. There's some screws and some rods on here as well, but it's all pretty much just foam. And Felicia and I have finished the packs to the point that we need to start sealing them and start putting electronics into them in order to move on. So we set these aside and started working on the Neutrona one, start working on the thrower device. And so that's where we're at. This is what we got done last week as far as getting any of those parts made. And, oh yeah, that's right. This one got set aside because we needed to start dealing with PVC pipe, which I don't know if I have enough of. We might have a good excuse
Nice.
to play around with other things and not actually do stuff. Because, yeah, that one's the wrong size. I need the one size up. This is the 3/4, right? Yeah, I need 1 inch. I've got 1 inch. So that may not be as solid of an excuse as I want. But these robot feet are where we are with the Neutrona one.
Nice.
Bernie Davis, no Felicia today. This is going to come up a lot, by the way.
That's okay. I'm not taking offense by it. She's way better looking than I am. Although I am not standing on the box.
Okay, there you are. yes, she is better looking than the... Felicia's just out of town. She's enjoying a road trip today, and so Lee was nice enough to offer. I didn't even ask. You offered to pop in, and so did Dan Does Junk. So I even had a secondary.
Nice.
And now, as we've been talking with the patrons before stream, finding out that Dan and Mariah, or Adaptable Gamers Incorporated, and maybe even Mickey Rat, all want to play One Chip Challenge and Hot Stuff.
I got a box of, I think, 8 or 9 One Chip Challenges. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I planned on doing something, and I ended up doing one, and I'm like, oh. So they've been sitting in a sealed box in the garage since I got them. So.
Okay.
It's interesting, but you're doing this. I don't know if I told you this. Several years ago, I wanted to do a Ghostbusters cosplay.
Okay.
And I made a Proton Pack and a Neutrona wand, just out of foam and bits that I bought from Home Depot.
Okay.
And it was very convincing, but I mean, it wasn't screen accurate.
Doesn't have to be.
No, but I mean, this one is.
Thank you.
So now, that's why I ended up buying the Hasbro one.
Right.
Waiting for it. We talked about that before.
Yeah, that's delayed now, right? Or is that...
No, I think it was the other one, the one from... There's two coming out. There's one from Hasbro, which is the licensed, fully interactive thing, and then there's another one which is more expensive.
That's the Egon pack, right? Or,
yeah.
Okay.
And then there's another one coming out, which is the 84 pack, and I can't remember who's doing that. But Ghostbusters News on YouTube said it was delayed until next year.
Okay. I think that's what I was seeing. So it's not the same pack.
No, there's two different ones.
Because they're doing the Stans pack or the Vinkman pack.
It's one of the two. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's just like kind of a generic 84 pack, actually.
Okay. Well, that's what we're doing, is a generic 84 pack.
But there's nothing wrong with generic 84.
No. In fact, I didn't even realize that there were specific packs until I started the generic 84 pack. And everyone was asking, which one are you making? It's like, there's a difference. So I've enjoyed the movie, I've enjoyed the tech, I've enjoyed the look, I enjoyed the cartoon, but I never delved into it hard enough to realize that there were different packs.
It's insane. I mean, the level of detail that some folks go to try and get these things as screen accurate as possible to a specific Ghostbuster is just insane.
Replica Prop Forum, those guys are
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Oh, that's so rpf.com, Replica Prop Forum. Those guys delve deep into figuring out exactly how stuff is built. And there was one thread where they were trying to faithfully reproduce the 6-foot Star Destroyer model from Star Wars: A New Hope, the 1976 version, right? The 77 movie. And they were getting as good quality pictures as they could of the model shop, so they could see the models that were on the background and the shelves behind them to get those kits to find out if those parts are what's on the Star Destroyer.
Wow.
And they were identifying, these are the REMs from this monogram Chevy kit, or not Chevy, Camaro kit, and, yeah, that level, which was just, that's some fun dedication.
It really, there's, again, I follow Ghostbusters News, he showed pictures of somebody who'd taken the original Venkman, pictures from the original Venkman pack.
Okay.
Built a pack, and then literally looked at every scratch and aged it with the exact pattern of scratch from the pack.
Wow.
I mean, again, like you said, dedication to do that is just incredible. Because nobody would notice.
No, and I don't think anyone would notice, and I don't think I had the patience to be able to do it.
No. Because, I mean, they had side-by-sides, and you literally couldn't tell the difference.
Okay.
But I don't have that patience.
But once you're done, you can actually, you get some notoriety briefly for it. And
YouTube famous for 15 minutes.
Yep. And maybe get to see the actual one, which it sounds like. Would they bring up pictures of the two, or did the guy actually get to have the two of them next to each other?
No, they were pictures that I think he'd either found on the internet from some prop store or something like that.
Okay.
But no, he'd never seen it in person. But, I mean, it was just amazing, the level of detail that he'd done. They were indistinguishable.
Okay. That's...
So.
Yeah.
Again, just give me one that looks cool, makes noise, and I can press a button and it fires.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Because the Hasbro Neutrona one is fantastic.
Okay.
I have that already.
Okay.
But that is just superb. I mean, it vibrates and everything when you're doing it.
Oh, that's cool.
But some of the ones that people make emit smoke when they overheat and all that kind of stuff, and I just...
I've seen Proton Packs that have... It had a vape pen in it. It would emit marshmallow scented smoke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we're talking about the same one then.
Probably.
But it's amazing. But there's a lot goes into that, and they're cast off, something that was taken off the original in, plastic or whatever. But I mean, making them in foam is just so much fun.
It is fun.
And I'm sure everybody watching's enjoyed.
I hope so.
Watching you make these.
I hope so. With what little bit of progress we get every week with these. See. Yeah, Dan Does Junk says, yeah, we could have all come on the show today, and nothing would get done. Dan, nothing's going to get done anyway.
I'm laughing at Schultz, who's calling me Felicia 2.0.
Felicia 2.0? Hello, I'm Odin, and this is Felicia 2.0.
Which is probably accurate, because I'm probably twice as big as her.
Oh, yeah, and this is 2X Felicia. Where are the tubes that come down for the power cell? Stumpy McGee is asking me. They're in the box. We did cut the PVC pipes for that, but they're not in place yet because we want to seal the foam before we glue the PVC in. The PVC pipe won't... I want to use Creature Cast rigid to cover these packs, to cover the foam, and I don't expect the Creature Cast to bond to the PVC very well, so we plan on putting all those parts on afterwards. That's why there's bits and pieces missing. Sean Carg says he likes watching Odin's videos for the techniques and problem solving, although he does plan to make a couple of the projects. That's very cool, Sean. Thank you. Bryce New is still working the PKE holsters. Sweet. He actually sent me some email updates. He's working on some other holsters for the PKE meter and the Gizmo.
Nice.
Hope to have him to me before next Monday's stream. Wow, that's really quick. Mariah's party stream. And James Allen says the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack sucks. Does it? It's the wrong size, and that makes it rough. But outside of it being the wrong size, does it suck?
For kids, no.
Yeah, okay.
But for an adult, yeah, it's no.
Yeah,
it's too, like you said, it's too small.
Unless it would look tiny.
Yeah, especially, I mean, if you put it on mine or your back, I mean, it would look even, you know.
It's the lunchbox version.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it's a shame, and that's why I'm looking forward to the Hasbro one. I mean, yeah, it's not cheap, but...
Right, but it's the right size.
It's great.
And it's going to do the thing.
Yes.
Schultz Division is asking, hey, everyone, did you remember to leave a like on the live stream? The Adventures of Alex Stoner says, hey, Odin, how you doing, bro? I'm doing pretty good. I'm hanging out with my friend Lee from Geek Pride, and he's brought some hot foods and some other things to look at and play with, so chances are foam is going to get glued today, because as I look at the clock, we're already well over an hour in, because, and yeah.
Is there one thing you could stick on that then you can say...
I'm sure I can, that we worked on something. Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, we glued something today. So let's switch sides?
Let's switch sides, and I will glue stuff until 1 o'clock when it becomes, see what viewer mail I got, because I got a package from Lee today. Gutter, and we can open that up and see what's inside. So I'm just going to, on the laptop, I'm opening up Lost Waxaw's video for making the Neutrona one, because it's the easiest way for me to see what parts I'm supposed to do next. I know the next thing was supposed to be pipe, and I don't want to start up all the power tools to cut and grind and make all the high-pitched noises of pipe, so I'll just jump on to the next foam bit.
We love it when you grind pipe.
Oh, don't you? It's just, yeah. Okay. Gutter!
I actually wasn't going there. This just popped up, and do you know what this is? This just...
Oh, that! Yes, so I have a, what is it called? It's a Chrome add-on that is a, well, that's cheese, I'm pretty sure. What is it? Image Zoom, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
Which is really nice on Reddit, because I can just hover over an image link, and it just shows me the image instead of having to navigate to the link.
Gotcha. Okay.
So...
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's all that happened. Is you happen to, he's got a nice huge image he used for his avatar, and it just hovered over that.
Gotcha. I thought something weird had happened. Schultz is going to make some of that hot sauce, he says.
Oh, cool.
And Jerry's offering to buy a bottle.
Oh, wow. If you can find it. Oh, I don't know, maybe Jerry found it.
No, he's asking Schultz to send him a bottle, I think.
Oh, okay. So I'm seeing, yeah, we're pipe.
So Schultz, what chilies are you going to be putting in it? Do you know?
There's a lot of little plastic parts going in here that I would rather hold off on putting on. So the next few steps are it's pipe and putting in the
the meter.
The meter, yeah, the bar graph meter.
James says, by the way, that Spirit Halloween Packs isn't just the size; it's the sounds. It's horrible.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'll be honest, I haven't heard it, so I can't really comment on that. And you have a viewer from India. Technical Experiment from India is on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, hello, Technical Experiment from India. Now, one of the things I love about doing the live stream, I'm sure it, well, you live stream too, don't you? Oh, okay.
No.
Talking to people from all over the world, that blows my mind. You know, somebody's from India is watching. We got people from Ireland watching, people from the Netherlands watching. Sometimes when they get up super early, which I'm not trying to complain at all, Trash Panda, before he goes off to work early in the morning, comes in from Australia. And it's I've talked about this with Felicia, and probably with Dan as well recently. So I grew up without the internet, right? Because too old. Yeah. So I would look at encyclopedias and maps a lot, and look at maps of other countries and how things were. And the idea that these places that I used to look at all the time are now, I'm talking to people that live there. That's really cool. I just did the Instagram live with Spicy Ty. I talked about it earlier. He's in New Zealand.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It is. And talking to live stream, right? So I'm talking to the camera right now, pointing at the camera right now, because of encoding and travel time for how the live encoding process works. There's about a 20 to 30 second delay before that video reaches the viewer who's actually watching truly live, and they can respond in chat, which is instantaneous. Me and Spicy Ty, who is in New Zealand, no lag, no noticeable lag talking back and forth at all, which is like, that's interesting to me. Okay.
Now that was on Instagram.
That was on Instagram.
So maybe there's something YouTube-y, Instagram-y difference?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's just, that was... And I used to do live stream stuff with Play Incorporated back in 98, 99 on we called it Play TV. Same thing. Even though then it was standard definition video with Pentium computers encoding the 545 the NTSC signal down to something you can watch on your real player at 12 frames a second over 56K dial-up. It was still a good 30 to 40 second lag, and that was it. If even that, it might have been the same, 20 to 30. But it was still, that lag was still there. That's still here now with YouTube.
Now, that would have been on dial-up though, right, back then?
56K would have been dial-up. DSL was brand new. When we started doing Play TV, DSL came out right after that. Yeah. And so then we started having two streams that would go out. There was the 56K stream and the ISDN/DSL stream that was, 20 frames a second. Slightly larger resolution.
The real Malky's here from Texas. That's one of my favorite places in the world.
In Texas?
I love Texas.
Oh, cool. I've been a couple times. Well, why do you love Texas?
Well, one of our best friends lives there, so that's a plus.
Oh, that's yeah.
But I don't know. I love the place. Everybody's so friendly.
Okay. Yes. Yes. The people that I've met from Texas are very friendly.
Plus 3 words. Barbecue.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I mean, that's the best barbecue in the world.
Okay.
I like my barbecue. What can I say?
All right. So watching the video, he's doing a part I want to hold off on, doing a part I want to hold off on, adding bits I want to hold off on, painting parts that I don't want to glue on just yet. So, because he's adding in switches and here we are, something foam.
Okay, glue in. This is exciting.
I know, this is going to be a great stream.
He's putting it on foam. I was putting it on the pipe though, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to see what he's... Which part is this?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. There. Goes there. All right. Well, yeah, I can make all those.
We've found some foam.
I found some foam. I just got to figure out which pieces they are.
So don't say nothing's getting glued today.
We're going to glue stuff today.
Oh, is this the...
this is the master plan. Yes, this is the Necronomicon. This is Felicia's master plan binder.
She is way too organized for me.
Yeah. Other bits. Is this still Proton Pack? Yeah, it's still... make a Neutrona one. Here we are. This is where we're at.
And Ramway's here from the Philippines.
Ramway?
Ramway from the Philippines. Yeah, there's people all over the world watching. That is kind of amazing to think.
It is.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really, yeah.
And while Odin's researching this, you could go to Geek Pride and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I had last time I was here, I had quite a few people subscribe, so thank you for those that did.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, and we'll do One of the things Geek Pride's been doing recently is a lot of eating weird stuff and flavor challenge, right? That's kind of what it's devolved to.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's because damn it, that's what people want. They want to see me suffer.
I'm okay with eating. This is the man who we talked back and forth with a while ago here in the chat, excitedly about peanut butter cheeseburgers. And you took me out someplace local where we were able to get a peanut butter and jelly bacon cheeseburger.
Wasn't it good?
And it was good.
Thank you, the Real Monkey, for the donation, for the super chat.
Real Monkey for super chat? Sweet.
Yeah, they ask, are you using the laser or a regular old knife today?
The parts, all the parts of the Neutrona one were cut out with the laser, which we did that a couple weeks ago, and because I can, and it's fun and nice, and I really like the laser because I'm a model guy. I've always enjoyed plastic models, so cutting out all the EVA foam with the laser is really a lot like that, and it's all the parts are just, yeah. I'll go back to using a knife because there's a difference with the speed at which you can build. Laser is great for repeatability. And since I knew what all these parts were going to be, it was easy to bring in the PDF and alter the art to become the cut file.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'll start making something up from scratch again, and it may not be laser. It'll be be knife and grinding. I'm going to go back and forth between the two. There's a lot of setup time. There's a lot of chair time making the file so the laser can cut, and I don't mind that, but it's time I don't have to spend on every project.
Yeah.
So.
I have to say though, watching the laser cut is really fascinating, and Odin did me a favor a couple of weeks ago, and he was using the laser to cut some acrylic, and so he was trying new settings in the laser to get the right setting so it didn't burn the acrylic or melt the acrylic or give a nice clean edge, and it was fascinating watching. It really was.
It is. I love watching the laser do its thing.
And if I had room, I'd be buying one, but I don't have any room left.
That's
the room that my wife has allocated for my, as she calls it, crap. It's full of Lego and Muppets, so I don't really have any room on some 3D printers, but I don't have any room for one.
71. It was not 72, wasn't it? Yes, 72. A and B.
Okay, so we have a very controversial question in the chat from John Tessorosio, or pronounced that wrong, Tessororio.
Okay.
He says, PB cheeseburger, blah, do you put pineapple on your pizza?
Not usually. No. The peanut butter, I've enjoyed peanut butter on pizza. And there was a place here in town that used to do just a peanut butter cheeseburger, because there was a joke from the old, not quite a joke, but the theatrical Twilight Zone movie about putting peanut butter in cheeseburgers. I don't mind. I didn't like pizza on. I didn't like pineapple on. I didn't like pineapple pizza on my pineapple. I didn't like pineapple on my pizza 20 years ago. But that was more because how often the places where I worked would have, we're going to have a pizza party, and they'd order a whole bunch of pizzas. And by the time they bothered to tell the group that I was with in the back, Hawaiian was all that was left. And I kept coming out and go, why do you order this? Everything else is gone. Quit ordering this and just order more of the other stuff.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you, but a lot of companies do that.
yeah, and it's like, no, we just order 6 of each, and that's it. Deal with it. Enjoy your free pizza. And so I hated it for the longest time, and then I just like, whatever. It's like, okay, so it's sweet pizza. Is that really what I want? I've never intentionally ordered it, I don't think. I think I've ordered it with people, like Felicia likes it. So I think I've ordered it with Felicia. But on my own, I don't.
Yeah, me either. I'm more of a savory pizza. And actually, when we get off here, I'm going to tell you about a new pizza place I just discovered locally that has some of the best pizza I've ever eaten in my life.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And I've eaten 1 or 2 pizzas, quite frankly. In case you can't tell from my, girlish figure.
Yeah, this the best pizza I've ever had in my life. This is some high praise coming from somebody who's, yeah.
Well, let's put it this way.
Who eats.
Well, one of my favorite pizzas that I had from there was just a 4-cheese pizza.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it had blue cheese on.
Oh, okay.
Which was
okay.
next level.
I know some people that immediately just checked out because of blue cheese, but still.
Oh, I love blue cheese. Steve D says, "Where am I from in the UK?" Yes, or did I say I'm from the UK? And if so, which area? Yes, I am from the UK. I've lived in Sacramento for 25 years now, almost 26 at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm originally from Lancashire, which is in the northwest of England.
Okay.
In a very small town called Accrington, which nobody's ever heard of.
No, I've never heard of Accrington.
Yeah.
Accrington?
Accrington. Nobody's ever heard of it. It's a lovely little town, and I do miss it occasionally.
Okay.
So yes. So that's where I'm from. I don't know where Steve D's from, but he's probably heard of Lancashire if he's never heard of Accrington.
I would say that I think I've heard the name Lancashire before, Lancashire, but that may just because you've said it before. I'm not sure.
You may have heard it because of the War of the Roses.
Well, that could do it.
Because Yorkshire and Lancashire were big enemies at one point, and the seal for Lancashire is a red rose, and for Yorkshire it's a white rose.
Okay.
And they could use it, many years ago. They were in kind of a battle, and hence War of the Roses.
Right. Okay. Of course, I immediately think of the film, but
I know, I love that movie. That is such a great movie. Dan Does Junk says, is this becoming a food stream? Are you going to laser cut food now? That's a great. I heard you can. I was going to say, I heard you can put like stuff on food.
You can totally. I think Ben Eady did. Instead of Pickle Rick, it was Hot Dog Rick, and you put Rick Sanchez's face on a hot dog, and you can laser designs into bread and make toast, branded toast.
That is hysterical.
So yes. Welcome to the new channel, Odin Eats. So I'm not gonna lie, one of the first plans I was toying with, ideas, not plans. I was gonna call the show Props and Beer. And I checked, and Props and Beer, at that time, now I'm saying it out loud, it won't be, propsandbeer.com was available, and there was a Props and Beer, YouTube / Props and Beer was available. What I wanted to do was make something, and then pour a couple of pints, preferably from a kegerator, and have someone else come on, and then we could talk about the thing I made, and I could talk about how I made it, and in post I could add in, so the building of, right? And the whole thing is that I could have a kegerator to be a tax write-off because it was part of the show. I eventually decided to drop the beer idea and just go with a straight tutorial instead, and I probably made the right choice.
You probably did, because you two don't like drinking either.
No.
At one point I had a playlist which was Geek beers.
Okay.
So we had like Breaking Bud.
Right.
And we did Monty Python's Holy Ale.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And YouTube didn't like that.
We talked about it briefly earlier, the blue food coloring.
Yeah.
There was the Romulan ale that the Star Trek Experience in Vegas had. This is the late 90s. It was it was a basic IPA, but so much food coloring put into it to make it blue, it ruined the beer.
Yeah, food coloring is just not good in stuff. Okay, Steve D says, everybody's heard of Accrington as there was an advert years ago. Yes, there was, Steve. And he's in Burton-upon-Trent, which is a very nice area. John Tessarorio, I apologize. You see, I'm playing Felicia's part, so I'm butchering last names.
Yeah, that's what's
says, do you watch other YouTubers? If so, who? Well, I watch Odin Makes.
I just watched the newest Tom Scott video this morning with him doing the human-powered crane. He goes, visits the archaeology site where they're rebuilding a medieval castle as accurately as they can figure out in France. They're on year 25 currently of building this castle.
Good Lord.
And so he got to work with the human which is basically a hamster wheel with a rope attached to it. So the person walks in the hamster wheel and then picks rocks up so you can get it up to the top of the castle. So I watch Tom Scott almost pretty much every week. I like the Lockpicking Lawyer. I'll watch. Let's see. What are some of the other ones that I like routinely watch? I love Butterside Down. I'll watch Adam Savage. I actually don't watch other makers a whole lot, which isn't anything against any of them. But as a person whose art style is based off of imitation, I have found that immediately after watching a Bill Duran video or after watching an Evil Ted video, I start writing the way they speak. And so it's like, all right, I don't want to copy these guys.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
Yeah, so I actually don't watch as many of their videos. I do. I watch them sometimes. But William Shakespeare is one that I watch all the time. He's another builder, but I do watch him. He's snarky. It's one of the reasons why I watch him. I enjoy his humor. Gosh, who else? It's got a pretty good playlist. Luke Townsend. He's got Boulder Creek Railroad. This is an Australian guy that does HO scale dioramas, and super talented guy. And he recently a couple of years ago, got a hold of a resin 3D printer, and so he's able to 3D print HO scale people and different details that he can put into his dioramas, and he does all sorts of things. The first thing I saw was a subway. So he built a total box. He looked in from one wall, and it was a subway station, and the subway could move in and move out. But he's done mine shafts, and he's done caves behind waterfalls and old factories, and I like that channel a lot. And he's a really good presenter and a really good polished videos.
Nice.
So yeah, those are some of the ones I watch. I'm sure I could think of others.
Well, I'm going to chip in. One that I really like to watch, and he's a fellow Englishman. He actually lives in LA. Is Retro Recipes, and it sounds like a cooking show, but it's not. It's all about classic computers from like the 80s and 90s.
Oh, okay.
And so Commodore 64s, the first IBMs, the Ataris.
Yeah, gosh, what else was there? Yeah,
a lot of the English computers, because he is English.
We had a TI-99, Texas Instruments.
I think he's done some stuff with that.
Yeah.
The one that I watched this morning, he unboxed a Commodore 65, which is a new computer that somebody's bringing out.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's basically an updated Commodore 64, which is very interesting.
This is the Commodore that's got the HDMI port, right?
This is a different one. I think you're talking about the Commodore Mini.
Oh, I am. Yes.
Yeah. No, This is a full-size mechanical keyboard, but with a 3.5-inch floppy drive.
Okay.
So Retro Recipes is a good one to watch if you're mine and your age.
Okay.
Because it's what we grew up with. And my favorite part of his playlist right now, he has a black Tesla that he is retrofitting to be Kit from Knight Rider.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so much fun to watch him do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Retro Recipes is pretty good.
I know I used to watch Dirista a lot. I haven't seen him. I've seen his shirts at when I went to Silicon, but he was a guy that he's in the East Coast, New York area. Doesn't speak in his videos at all, but builds stuff and just shows how the whole process of maybe restoring an old pot-bellied stove, or he made like Dracula's coffin and doing all it's neat. I enjoyed his channel. That was when I watched. That was 7 years ago. That was something I remember. I wanted to do a channel like that when I was starting out. So
nice.
Yeah.
Jerry Ken says, how many hours did it take to make the Tommy gun after it was laser cut?
That's actually a good question. Not many. Because getting the stuff cut out is definitely a big part of the time of putting together the project. I'm pretty sure I could get it built in a day. I'm pretty sure. It shouldn't, 4 or 5. It wasn't. Because you cut it out, but then there's all the sanding and the grinding and the finishing of some of the pieces.
Gotcha.
Right. That goes. So that adds some time, but it's still not that big of a deal. They went together pretty quick. And doing 3 of them at the same time didn't, which is part of why I got a question, how long did it take to do one? Doing 3 of them, since all the parts were done, didn't add that much more time, except for the sanding aspect.
Because I assume you glue one, let that dry while you're gluing the next one?
Yeah, pretty much. Or like this, where I'm gluing 2 at the same time. I've got 2 sets of the parts. I glue all the parts, by the time I'm done gluing up the second set of parts with the temperatures today, the first set is ready to be stuck together. So it goes quickly in a very... and yes, Jerry, I had promised you will get kit number 1 because, I think the... Quick poll for everyone watching right now. I don't know if you're aware, I have a new video I just put out yesterday. It's all about making a Tommy gun. If I was to make that into a kit and sell it on odinmakes.com, would anybody have any interest in such a thing? So that was a thought.
I will let you know what they say in the chat. And Ramwood says, thank you, Geek Pride, for the mention. I love your shirt design. Thank you. They are available from my store, which is www.geekpride.shop.
Is it .shop, really?
.shop, yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
I've
heard of that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Grusison says, hi, Odin and friend. Hi.
Hi.
Says, hope you're doing fine. What are you building today? Odin is finishing off the or not finishing off because that would be amazing.
I'm finishing off I'm currently gluing together the instrument bar portion of the Neutrona one. So I'm moving on to the next foam box that I can make. And I'll continue to make little foam boxes. I'm not sure if I have enough 1-inch PVC pipe currently. And because of the noise involved and the running around and whatnot, at some point in time, I'll do like I did the last time we had a lot of pipe and just get all those parts cut beforehand and maybe show the video on live stream in fast motion. So everything's still there, but I think I think it's okay that doesn't happen on stream.
And I would say,
disagree.
And I would say that the consensus from the chat is people want kits.
People want kits. Okay.
Louis Causey in particular wants a laser cut R2-D2 film kit. So can you get right on that? I'll take one of those.
Take one of those too. William Shakespeare actually just recently did a couple of videos. He made a foam R2-D2. So I think he's got some plans for...
I have not seen that one yet. I'll have to check that out.
And he just did, now that he's got the R2, he did an R5. So, you know.
I watched a video a while ago of somebody who made an R2-D2 out of cardboard, and it was actually very impressive.
Okay.
I was quite surprised, because, you know, with cardboard, sometimes you get that jerkiness to it.
Yes.
It was pretty good.
Doing the cons recently, I've seen so many R2s, I'm kind of getting more interested.
I have to admit, it's such a fantastic design and so simple.
Yeah.
And when you think about the original Star Wars, how Kenny Baker was inside that thing.
Right.
And now people are making that reality.
Right? The BB-8 reality was amazing.
True. Because when the trailer came out, everybody's like, oh, CGI.
Yeah, exactly. No,
and then they're like, Disney wheel it out on stage, and you're like... Biscuit Nomster says, greetings from the English Cookie Monster.
Hello again, Biscuit Nomster. I think you popped in last week.
And Steve says, do you have any new Ryobi goodies this week?
I do. Thank you for reminding me. I will bring some of those out at 1 o'clock. Where are those at? Where do those boxes go? They're around here. Oh, I think they're right down in front there. I do have some new Ryobi tools. And I have some Ryobi goodies that are actually... they sent me... I'll bring it out. But they sent me something that I already had one of. Do you have any Ryobi tools at home?
I do not. No,
okay.
But I hear they're very good.
I like them, yeah. Not having them makes it hard because there's no batteries. But but no, yeah, they did. They sent me some more stuff. And there's some small drama with the shipping company and Ryobi immediately after C2E2. So this was the first weekend in August. And at C2E2, Ryobi had me go out to Chicago where the con happened, and I was presenting there just as a builder, right? I was just sitting in their booth, creating the entire con, using their tools, and talking to anybody who wanted to talk to me. Well, they wanted to send me some stuff. And so I got notification of the tracking, and I was able to watch that up until the 23rd of August, when all of a sudden it says, box damaged, awaiting shipper's instructions.
Oh, no.
And so time goes on, and I go back and check it, and I'm not seeing anything. And I finally go in and go check with them, and they say, according to their records, oh yeah, that box was damaged, and we were told to destroy it the same day. And now I go and look at it, and it says completed according to shipper's instructions or whatever. But it didn't say, it said something differently at first. So it's like, oh, this is great. So the box got torn, and oh, look, there's Ryobi Tools. We should destroy it. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's the way it feels. So I haven't quite contacted them again and going, I don't know what was in the shipment, guys. You don't know what was in the shipment. Could you just toss a bunch of stuff in a box?
Oh, no.
But it's lost. So anyway, it's the only one that's been lost. That's the drama. But I've got some newer stuff that Christine sent me, so we can open that up.
Sweet. Look forward to that.
And there is something new in there. I have looked at it, so there is something new in there. But there's some of the stuff we've seen before.
Dan's saying something, so we'll bring it up because I know you're going. I know Lodi Comic Con is this Sunday. There's a smaller toy anime con in Elk Grove the following Sunday and the 9th as well, more for kids. So you're at Lodi Comic Con, right?
I'm at Lodi Comic Con, yes. I will be going to Lodi Comic Con. Shop Gremlin should be going with me, and I think we'll be in the same building we were in last spring, which I think was the Zinfandel building. It's the Grape City Fairground, so all the buildings are named after wines. But I should be right next to Adaptable Gamers with their Zombie Patrol.
Nice.
So the two of us should be right next to each other, and hopefully R2SC will be there again. Speaking of R2s, I've been seeing him a lot at cons recently, but he built himself it's mostly, I think it's some 3D printing and some aluminum, but he's got an R2 it's an R2, and it's fun. He's also got a chopper he's working on.
Oh, wow.
A big full-scale chopper from Rebels.
Wow. Well, I was going to go to that, but it's also, as I mentioned earlier, it's Brickfest, and I'm a big Lego fan, so I'm going to be going. My wife surprised me with tickets to that, so we're going to be going there.
That's cool. The Brickfest is cool.
So I was going to be bringing one of my Muppets, because last time I took Gonzo, and so many people took pictures with Gonzo. It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Didn't I see you at Lodi with Gonzo?
I think you might have done, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Because that was the first time Felicia finally got to see Gonzo. If it was just this last one, because she went to this last one.
I don't know if it was the last one or the one before.
Okay.
It's been a while. But it was so much fun. I had two little kids, no older than like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Have a whole conversation with Gonzo. Like I wasn't even there. It was so adorable.
You don't have him here, so doing the voice, I mashed that poorly. I crushed it. But doing
crushed in a good way, or
no, crushed like it went from being a square box to an isosceles. The voice, you kept the voice the whole time, Gonzo voice.
Close. I do an okay Gonzo.
Okay.
Gonzo, you go from deep to high and back, and because he
does
Dave Goals does not Dave Goals. Is it Dave Goals? Yeah, Dave Goals does a voice, and his voice goes up and down, but it's very hard for me to do it without a puppet on my hand.
I can appreciate that.
I'm not going to do it right now.
Yep, that was obviously they're going to ask, and I was thinking it was going to be that's not that easy to do.
The easiest voice of any of the Muppets I have is Animal.
Right.
That's all you do.
He's also got the lowest vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly. Steve's asking, where has Chloe been the last few weeks? Do you know who Chloe is?
Chloe's moderator. Chloe's been she's been quiet. As far as I know, she's still watching. Hasn't been in the studio because trying to get things situated, looking for a job, going back to school, things like that. So,
and we have I don't know if you call them super chats from
Yeah.
Shady. Minecraft Axe is now off your hands. Did I miss something?
Okay.
Maybe I missed something early. Let me scroll back real fast.
Well, Shady is the most active Minecraft player on the Odin Makes Minecraft server. Which, by the way, if you want to play Minecraft with myself and Shady and a number of other people, check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at the Minecraft level. We have a private server that we run, and it's a peaceful server. It's not PvP, and it's fun.
So earlier in a chat that I missed, he says, "Tell Odin to take down the Minecraft axe. I just bought it."
Oh, okay. Oh, he just bought the Minecraft axe off of. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I think we have this on Etsy. So if that's the case, thank you, Shady. That's cool.
Grow is asking, what does it say on your shirt? I think he's talking to me. And what movies are those? I see Transformers, Back to the Future, Star Wars, and Top Gun. So we talked about this, I think this was before we went live, maybe?
I think it was just before we went live. Yeah, so we can play the game again if we want.
So, we got Battlestar Galactica, Transformers, the new Star Trek, Back to the Future, Harry Potter, the small movie you might have heard of called Star Wars. This is the one that nobody seems to get, and that's the Goonies, Doctor Who, and then G.I. Joe. And if you like the logos, they are available from my shop, which I'm plugging again, because
Geekpride.shop.
I need the money, quite frankly. I have a Muppet and Lego habit to keep.
Yes, I have a Muppet and a Lego habit to...
Do you know how hard it is snorting bricks? It's really tough.
Yes. No, I don't know. Yes, I believe you. It's tough. That came out kind of funky in my immediate... Yes! So was just trying to find a good eye that fit in with everything else, because, well, I guess Potter really isn't terribly science fiction either, but it's not science fiction, it's just geek, so that still all fits.
Stuff. And Goonies is still one of my favorite movies.
Goonies?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watch it at least once a year.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely one of my favorite movies.
We've actually made the trek down to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk when they were doing movies on the beach. They had this giant inflatable screen they'd put up. Goonies is the one we went down specifically to go and see. Yeah,
that's cool.
That was very cool. So down sitting on the beach, it was free. You just go down, and of course, you buy food and everything else. Is why the boardwalk does it.
That's true. Oh yeah, gosh.
Yep.
Back to food again.
Back to food.
This is still a making channel, just in case you've forgotten any.
And today we're just making ourselves fat, eating food. Anyway.
Yeah. So earlier I saw somebody said Odin makes dinner.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Bernie Davis asked me if I've got any Muppet Baby puppets. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a Muppet Babies fan.
Okay.
I never was.
All good.
I was too old for Muppet Babies as growing up. I'm way older than... I was going to say I'm older than I look, but that's not really the case. But
yeah, Muppet Babies didn't grab my attention either.
Yeah. And then there was all the... They brought it back, and there was all the palaver about...
Yeah.
Gonzo. Did you hear about this?
No, I don't know the palaba.
There was a whole uproar in the new Muppet Babies because at one point Gonzo puts a dress on. And people were complaining that it was...
well, this was 20 plus years.
No, this is back now.
Oh, now?
They just brought it back on Disney Plus. And in one episode, I think he's like a fairy godmother or something, so he puts a dress on. And people were complaining that, Gonzo's a boy, why is he wearing a dress? Well, Gonzo's a whatnot, first of all.
Yeah.
A whatever, rather.
A whatever, yeah.
So,
and he's a Muppet.
Yeah.
Because the show, they just did whatever. As long as it was funny and fit the script.
Political correctness nowadays. But anyway.
Okay. Gonzo's... Yeah.
I know, right? It's dumb that we're even having this conversation.
Yes.
NZ Clay Artist says, "Hi Odin. I just had an idea for your next video.
Okay.
Would you be interested in making the Needler from Halo?"
Interesting. The Needler is one of the things I remember seeing Vulpin props, I think, early on with my looking at other people making stuff. Because Harrison Vulpin is he's a car guy initially. He worked with his dad in a classic car restoration shop. So his attention to detail, his smoothness, his finish is insane.
The Needler is the one with the spikes coming out of the top.
Needler's one of the spikes that come out of the top that lights up, and it's got kind of the one he did anyway was pearlescent more than glitter on the body itself.
Yeah.
But resin cast cast and molded everything so all the spikes were the right size and they all fit in their holes, and he's also done the portal gun and the gravity gun. And at this point, he does a lot of stuff. He's out of Atlanta, so he's done some movie props, but he does a lot of stuff with esports. So especially the tournament games like League of Legends and others, and he's making the trophies. So he's making these huge chromed things
Wow.
that have to have parts that fit together and make, yeah. So because he's one of the ones that was it looks like the shard from Dark Crystal, but it's got a hole in the center that something had to float in, and then the logo had to fit inside of the front of this thing. So the main thing's chrome with this void that a blue chrome piece had to fit into, and then floated something else in the center, and all the parts fit because he's got the tolerances down, including the finishes.
Wow.
To fit. Yeah.
Wow.
It's nuts. The guy in his shop is very talented. Doesn't have a YouTube channel, just on Instagram.
So going back to the question.
Sure.
Would you make one?
Oh, I should make a Halo prop at some point. So I could, yes.
I'm shocked you haven't done like a Master Chief helmet with your helmet.
Right. I look at that one, the visor's what trips me up on the Master Chief.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the helmet itself is boxy enough. It's not boxy, guys, but it's got enough details and things going on that that one doesn't frighten me. But no, really haven't. The only thing Halo I did do is I did a small scale, because I didn't think about what the size was supposed to be. What's the Master Chief's pistol? But I made one of those. But then TikTok has no interest in having like anything like that, so I couldn't post it. So whatever. Still got the video. I think it came out somewhere.
The algorithm gods didn't like it.
Did not like it at all.
Julian Brown's asking me a question which will make no sense to you.
All right.
But he's asking me, do I remember Banana Man?
Oh, okay.
And the answer is yes.
I remember the Banana Splits, but who's Banana Man?
It was a cartoon back in England.
Okay.
Probably in the mid-80s, I think.
Okay.
Early to mid-80s. That was just so weird and bizarre.
Okay.
But I did watch it, yeah, as a kid. So yes, I do remember them, Julian. If I remember rightly, I think the voices were the people who were in the TV show The Goodies. Another weird, bizarre English show. If you ever want to know a TV show that was made while the people that were writing it had to be on something...
Well, that's almost any show from the early 70s.
look up The Goodies.
Okay.
It was three comedians from England, and it was the weirdest show on the planet.
Huh.
And it was such low-budget effects...
Right.
That's what makes it.
Okay.
Anyway, Steve D also remembers Banana Man. Let's see. Down Does Junk says Master Chief's suit is on his list of cosplays to make.
Okay. I know Walt just finished one, Waltimus Prime, and Sinister Props just finished his 3D printing one a couple months ago.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of work finishing a 3D printed version of Master Chief's suit.
Yeah, I would think there is.
To get it to the smooth and shininess. Lewis Cozy says Banana Man, Danger Mouse, and Count Duckula were all on Nickelodeon.
Okay. I remember Danger Mouse. And
I love Danger Mouse.
Yeah. Because Danger Mouse was on something else, even pre-Nickelodeon, I think. I think I remember seeing something Danger Mouse.
Maybe PBS over here?
Maybe. Because it was on something pre-Nickelodeon that I was seeing during high school, which was 85, 86. So I knew of Danger Mouse at that point.
Well, they brought Danger Mouse back, actually, at one point, a few years ago. It wasn't as good.
Shock.
Yeah. The animation was better, but...
Shock!
I don't know. Part of Danger Mouse was the voices. I used to love the voice actors doing that. That's actually that's on my bucket list, is to be a voice in a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm supposed to be doing one, but it's taken a long time. Oh my gosh. A bunch of people are mentioning stuff from my childhood. Jerry Ken Cosplay says, what about Trapdoor? I totally remember Trapdoor.
Awesome.
It was a claymation cartoon.
Okay, I don't know Trapdoor. That one's not.
It's a claymation cartoon, and it was a guy who was a butler in a castle and looked after this big creature that you never saw. It was so dumb. They were 5 minutes long, and it was fantastic.
Okay.
I'm so old, I even remember the video game they made about that. On the ZX Spectrum.
Yeah, I remember the... Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think the Spectrum made it over here, or a version of it. No, I'm remembering Sinclair. That's what I remember.
Yeah, Sinclair Spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Bat Hangout says, "Hey Odin, if you take all of the props you've made and add them up, how many props would you say you've made?"
I've never tried to quantify them, and at this point, I don't even have all of them anymore. It's been a couple hundred. You could almost look at the videos that I've got, but I've made stuff that aren't on videos. So do I count the stuff I made for Smosh? Do I count the things I made for Beyond Geek? Do I count the things I made for the costumes that I made back in the 90s for Halloween?
And then you also did that exhibition down in Southern California that you made a bunch of stuff for.
Right. I made a lot of displays, I think, for that more than, but still, if I'm thinking.
There's a weapon as well. I can't remember what it was called. You put a video up about it.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was called now.
Oh, that one that just happened. That was the League of Legends, the arcade.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I made a bunch of weapons for that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and with that one, do I count the different styles or the fact that we made 6 rifles and 5 or 6 pistols and batons and so the quantity goes up.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, you lose track.
I'm sure. So I know it's past 1 o'clock. Let me get the flaps stuck on these, and then we can start playing with...
whatever you want to do. They're also mentioning Mr. Ben, Jamie and the Magic Torch, and Postman Pat, all of which I grew up with as a kid.
Postman Pat's the only one I've heard of.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Ben I remember. Jamie and the Magic Torch I don't remember too much about, to be honest.
I know some of these I also got to hear about because I worked at a comic shop in the late 80s, early 90s.
Ah, gotcha.
Which also got me exposed to different things. And one of the guys at the shop, James, he was, I think he was born in the States, but because his parents were military, so he was on a base in England somewhere in Britain for a while, I think, or close. So his memory of Monopoly was, Piccadilly Square and Big Ben, not Boardwalk and Park Place. So yeah, that was something he always talked about. He still thinks it's weird when he looks at the American Monopoly board. It's like they're wrong.
I don't know if this is an American show, but somebody's saying, does anybody remember Ulysses 31? I don't know that one. Is that American?
I don't remember Ulysses 31. It's great because I am wearing a, for me, nostalgic old television show t-shirt, but this was a local show to the Bay Area from the late 70s. So.
Somebody is also mentioning, Vzak is also mentioning another show that I do remember.
Yeah?
Which was Emu's Pink Windmill.
Okay.
Nope. So, there used to be a comedian in England called Rod Hull who had a puppet that was basically a life-size emu.
Okay.
And he had a fake arm and carried this thing under his arm, and the hand was the mouth.
The mouth,
and this thing would attack people, which you could never do now because
no.
it was right. But I mean, how he got away with some of the stuff he got away with is just ridiculous. Because he would throw people off chairs and.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So I do remember that show.
What was that? We tried talking about that recently. There was it was on Saturday Night Live, and then he got his own show briefly. It was a cigar smoking pit bull puppet.
Oh, comic the Insult Dog.
Yeah, the Insult Dog. Yeah, I can't remember the dog's name.
Yeah,
which is okay, but yeah, that one.
Triumph.
Yes,
the
Triumph.
Insult Dog.
Nope, never would have remembered that.
Well, that's a comedian called Robert Schmeigel who does that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who's actually very funny.
And again, one I don't know if he could get away with at this point.
Oh, he's still going.
Is he still going?
Oh, he's still going, yeah. Oh my God, I do remember Super Ted Bernie.
Yep.
Good Lord. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. That rings a bell, but
Yep. I remember Jason and the Wheeled Warriors. That was an animated show.
It rings a bell with me. We might have had it in England. Battle of the Planets. That was after my time.
Battle of the Planets. That was the Gotcha Man G-Force translated show here in the States, right? With the Bird Squad and the Phoenix. That was a show I definitely watched a lot of.
Jerry Anderson's Terrorhawks. I remember Terrorhawks. Remember Jerry Anderson?
I remember Jerry Anderson.
That's basically what Team America was based on, is Jerry Anderson puppets.
Space 1999 I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually got the first season on DVD. Yeah, Jason the Wheeled Warriors was kind of a after-school cartoon version of Mad Max-ish.
Okay.
There was a period of time in the 80s, especially in the States, where Road Warrior came out, and then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome came out, and then all of a sudden everything had that aesthetic. There were G.I. Joe villains driving Mad Max vehicles. They're called the Dreadnoughts, and there's the Jason ones, and there was another Power Wheels thing where you would buy the toys and you could rearrange the vehicle parts to make your new mutant vehicles. And there was just a bunch of that at that time. So I'm pretty sure that's, in my mind, that's where the Jason one comes in from.
Welcome to Let's See How Old You Are.
Yes.
With Odin.
Show your age. With Odin and Lee. Had a friend that was running a used toy shop. This was late 90s, right? Yes. And mid to late 90s. And I would go in and look at the stuff that she had, and it got to be fun because she would wait for me to come in and pull out this little box of parts. Like, what the heck's this? Like, oh, that's the Starcom gun from the old ColecoVision Magnetic Spaceman toy line, and that's the... But she would hold a lot of Lego sets for me, and nice. I would go through and pick out all the non-Lego parts and bring them back to her. All right, these are the non-Lego things, and this is what they go to, so you can, charge more if you've got the figure it goes with.
Oh, that's fine. Well, my mother passed away about 5 years ago, and I went back to kind of clean her house out. And I was going through one of her wardrobes, and I found a bag that had the original real Ghostbusters action figures in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'm like, I'm going to take these home. So I actually have them at my house. So
yeah.
One of these days I'll throw them up on eBay or something.
That's why your mom kept them, so they wouldn't end up on eBay. And that's what happened to that toy shop. She ended up just moving her business to eBay. And closed her brick and mortar store.
Yeah, that's tough. Sean Carg says he'll be 47 next month. Well, happy birthday for next month, but you're still younger than we are.
My birthday is the beginning of this month.
And this is Trapdoor. It's in Discord. Jerry just posted it in Discord. But it was all claymation.
Huh. Okay.
And he says, "There you go, best show ever." It was really funny. But it had the guy who did the voice was a comedian called Willie Rushton.
Okay.
And he's what made it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because they probably let him just go to town doing it. He wasn't nailed down to the script.
Probably not, knowing him. Walker Industries says, have you ever thought about upgrading the aperture portal gun? Maybe with something similar to the Chang-Chi lights?
Yes. The idea of upgrading the aperture portal gun has occurred to me. The idea of upgrading some of the old props has definitely also occurred to me. Matrix of Leadership is another one that I've thought about making a new version of. So, yes, I have thought about it. Not imminent.
I think the big question would be is how well would that do with the algorithm gods?
Maybe not bad because the portal gun still does okay. It's still recently getting comments again.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah, so that may not be that bad. Also, Portal just got released for the Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's as relevant as that game will ever get because they're never going to make another one.
No,
everyone talks about Portal 3. No, when they did the Infinite testing initiative, that was the end.
I loved. In fact, is it Portal or Portal 2 is free on Xbox Live until the end of this month.
Oh, okay.
If you're a gold member or whatever.
I remember seeing that too.
It's still one of my favorite games, Portal 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Such a good game. And again, the voiceover is what does it.
Yes, the voiceover, the snarky, but it's sarcastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. GLaDOS is definitely one of my favorite villains. Alrighty, so had the parts we had finished making last week. This week I got this little piece glued together. This is an instrument bar that's going to fit down here, or maybe it goes on this side actually. But anyway, it goes on one of these two sides. I'm going to set this aside because it's 1:15, and we can play with packages and hot foods.
Sweet.
So I glued foam. Stuff happened.
Yeah, so don't tell Odin he doesn't glue on the live streams.
Yeah, I glued stuff. Like 6 whole things, or 10. It was 10 whole things.
Well, we reminisced about old TV.
10 whole things. So I've got a number of things. Okay, 1 o'clock. I like to hello and welcome to Odin Makes viewer mail. I don't have any specific viewer mail, but Lee brought some stuff that we get to play with, and I did pick up some packages from Ryobi just a couple days ago.
Nice.
Oh yeah, there's also my mail from AARP. So I am getting my...
oh, I get those too.
Yeah. I was like, don't you want to join our club? No.
Hey, I'm not complaining looking the way I do. I got a senior discount the other day, and she's like, I'll give you the senior discount. All right, don't ask me how old I am, I'll take it.
Yeah, thank you. Have I gotten that? I don't think so. I might have once, but someone was just being nice.
See, I think it's my gray beard that does it. People assume I'm a lot older than I am.
Oh, I was at Tandy Leather, and there was a business discount I was getting for the longest time, but they finally purged their system. So at the end, they were being nice, and I think gave me the military discount because that was higher than the senior discount. But they were just purposefully being nice because I do not deserve the military discount at all. I haven't served. It's not that I'm against it. I just haven't served, so I don't deserve it. So they were being nice. Anyway.
Well, you can say you were buying it for Kristen because she gets that.
Oh, okay. So I got a box from Ryobi, and it does actually have something new-ish in it, but it has some old things too. So let's see, they sent me just a couple of little things. They sent me yet another set of their hobby knife. Let's see, which is it's the Ryobi hobby knife, probably available at Home Depot, as well as a couple of packages of replacement number 11 blades. Okay. So, am I shilling Ryobi? Yes, they sent me stuff. But I do actually like the knife because it is, it's triangular. The body isn't round, right? Wow. So it doesn't run away from you.
Oh, that's cool.
And because it's a bigger bodied knife, I find it more comfortable to hold on to. It's not the pencil-sized number 11 blade like accustoming.
And it's got a nice grip as well.
Yeah, it's got a little overmolded grip, so it's got a little soft rubber grip portion.
Because both you and I have fairly big hands, so sometimes they kind of disappear.
Yes.
That's cool.
So I'm happy I got another knife and more blades.
Gary says he wants that knife so bad.
Because new blades are always appreciated. They actually sent me a replacement.
Oh, the glue gun? The wireless glue gun.
Yeah, it's the wireless glue gun. Still my favorite gun, and I'm never going to say it's not my favorite gun, but because I bring this to Cosplay Repair and give it to the hands of the public, a lot of people slam it when they're putting the parts back together. Oh. I actually sent them a picture. The contacts on the inside of the base, one of them broke, and it wasn't making contact anymore. Oh. So the gun still works that I've got because it's just a thing, right? So I let them know, and they went, oh, we're putting together a box, I'll toss one in. And then they also told me to get a hold of the warranty department. And the warranty department will probably send me a new one, too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I got a replacement hot glue gun. I got their new magnifying glass and light.
Oh,
right?
Sweet.
So this is... oh,
it's a suction wall?
No, it clamps, and it's big enough that it can clamp to a 2x4.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And all this is open down there, which is a pity that I didn't bring that out. But basically, magnifying, it also has a ring light on it. Basically, it's got a ring LED, so you can turn it on, and you have 2 different levels of brightness for LED for the light. And yeah, it can clamp onto a work table. So you have a, I think it's 2-inch grip, so it can do a 2x4 on its side with a 1/2-inch piece of plywood on top of it. It can grip that much.
That's nice.
And then it runs off the battery because it lights up. So that's definitely something that I appreciate. So the new thing, and there's 2 of them in here, and they're both kind of related.
Oh.
Is the new soldering topper. So these 2 are identical that I've got. It's just this is the tool only, whereas this is the kit that comes with a battery. So another battery. Not complaining. I better use the branded knife to open up the branded gift. But this is the new one they had at C2E2. So I think it still has a lot of the same elements on it. Mm-hmm. But what it's got is a temperature selector, which originally is only available on the big base model.
Oh, that's cool.
So I got some spare bits and probably a little bit of solder.
I'm sure you don't have any of that handy.
No, none. But yeah, it's just, that's it. It's powered. And on the back here, somewhere around here, it's got a temperature gauge as well. So it's not just the other one that was just a topper like this. It was just on off, on 900 degrees, off. So this one you can select. I think it's 400 to 900 degrees, right? Yep, 400 to 900. I was using this in this. No, I think I was using mine, not this one. But I was using this in Chicago to do panel lines and some other lines into EVA foam. I just set it on the lower end, and I was able to, like a wood burning tool, do that type of designing into the foam, and it didn't just cook it into smithereens. So it's kind of cool that there's 2 of them. So, I mean, thank you very much, Ryobi, for sending 2.
And again, nice non-slip handle as well.
Yeah,
the same grip.
Oh, that same, and it's you can change out the bit. There we are. So because the bits are consumable, so you can replace the bits, and I think the Weller bits are compatible with this, but I haven't tried. But it looks like they should be.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
take a look at it now, because it's never going to be this clean again.
Nope. But if you do ever come to SAC Anime, this will be there, and because this is such a smaller footprint than the last one that had a temperature gauge on it.
Oh wow, that is a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing that I noticed in Chicago, because it's the same thing, right? Yeah, 900, 400, so same temperature range. This one is actually a hybrid, which is cool. So you can plug in an extension cord into the back. This had a power save feature. So after about 2 minutes to 4 minutes, just long enough for me to get my stuff together, ready to do the next one, it goes into a cool down cycle. Okay. So I'm constantly resetting it to you know, which was really kind of annoying because of how much it would cool. This one didn't do that, or it has like a 10-minute or 30-minute cooldown cycle, so it waits a lot longer before it does that. Gotcha. So,
but yeah, massive difference in size.
Yeah, way more portable. Oh yeah, there's the light. Oh, this one doesn't have a battery either, but
well, that's the nice thing about all using the same battery as well.
Right, there it is. Nice and bright, and I can just blow the camera out. It's a ring light. Anyway, yeah, and the clip. So
it's nice that it stands up on its own, regardless of the clip as well. So if you just need something real fast, you could just prop it up.
Yeah. And I was that's my power that needs to be charged. I was using that to solder with, which is, you know, that sure you appreciate having some aid with finding something small you gotta solder.
Oh, absolutely.
So thank you very much, Ryobi. Thank you for new tools and toys. Yes, there was a video that Felicia and I shot a while ago now about some new Ryobi tools, and I'm pretty sure that offer that they had still stands. And if I ever get that video out, there's a giveaway involved with it. I just need to actually do that. That was shot at the same time Geek did the lightsaber.
Oh, wow.
And that one's over and delivered. And
so a bunch of people are saying they like the knife.
Okay. And I heard you, Jerry.
Dan Does Junk says you need some green in your logo now.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, what could end up happening is I heard scuttlebutt. Ryobi is going to be making more Maker's tools, and they plan on making a cutting mat.
Oh, excellent.
So I have no idea what color that's going to be, but I'll probably be able to get one, which I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely. And the Dark Knight just joined saying sorry he's late, but he finally made it.
Oh, welcome. Oops.
You've missed so much. Odin finished the Ghostbusters pack and
Completely.
the Neutrona ones. They're done, they're working, wired. It's a complete lie.
Yep, and we turned them on and they blew up. So we can never show them to you again.
But we did glue. Well, Odin glued. I sat here and just looked cute. But.
So I did get some parts glued together. So that was the new stuff that I actually got delivered from Ryobi. Where did we pick those up? Oh, that's what they got delivered to my house. That's where those went. Now, it's like, how did I get those? Because they didn't get delivered to the shop. I got to get a hold of Ryobi. It's like, no, send to the shop, please, not to the house. Because that's also partly, the other. I've never had an issue getting anything delivered here, but the one package that got destroyed and it was being sent to my house, which destroyed, which doesn't mean that my house had anything to do with it, but it goes to a different outlet, possibly. I don't know. You had brought a couple of things, and one of the things you brought was more stuff that I wasn't able to find.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Lee is a huge Muppets fan, and a little while ago, Felicia went down to Disneyland, and the one, if you want to call it souvenir, she brought me were a couple of they're out of focus. Is that in focus? My glasses are off, so everything's out of focus.
It looks like it's in focus.
So I've got a Kermit and Miss Piggy Lego figure, but they're the only two that I ever got from this line, right? I never got out and found any more. You brought me more.
Yeah, well, I was again, as Odin said, big Muppet fan, big Lego fan. Combined the two, world exploded.
Yep.
And so day one, I was in line at the Lego store close to us, and the line was literally almost halfway around the mall.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because not only did these come out, the big Star Wars Land Speeder came out.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of other stuff. So you could tell who was there for what because of the conversations in line.
Yeah.
So, so I had extras because I wanted the whole set, and so I bought probably more than I should because it was 4 adults, most about my age, feeling packets of the minifigs to try and work out what the heck they were.
Right.
And I missed 2 or 3, so I went back the next day and started groping the bags again.
Yep.
And ended up with duplicates. So I planned on selling them on eBay. I thought, I'm never going to do that. So I brought them for Odin for his little collection. So I think you've got 6, 8, 10. So I think you're missing 2.
Right.
Gonzo,
Henrietta, and
who's the other one?
It's not Sam the Eagle. Who's the other one?
No, I don't remember.
Fozzie.
Fozzie, yes, Fozzie.
I looked at Ralph. Oh, Fozzie. So we got 2 members of the Electric Mayhem. There's Animal and
Janice.
It's amazing. Every time it's like, I have it and I lost it. Which, of course, Janice Joplin. So I should remember Janice. So that's... And I had a close-up. And then we got the Muppet Lab... What was it? Is it Muppet Labs?
Yeah, Muppet Labs. Beaker and Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yeah. So, Beaker's got the new style of Lego walkie-talkie with all the extra stuff. Thing put on it. That could be fun. I did the one Lego one that was so I could do the new one. I'll do something else first. And then a couple that aren't a set, but we have the Swedish Chef and Rolf. And Rolf has got some sheet music. If I use the magnifying glass from Ryobi, I can probably read it. We got nope. Sonata number 8. So it's Beethoven. Cool.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know that said anything. That's how bad my eyes are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. It's yeah.
All right.
I can't quite read but it's more my ability to read. Yes, it's Sonata number 8. The proper name for it, which I can't make out because it's not English. Second movement, Ludwig van Beethoven. That's really cool.
Good Lord.
And then, of course, Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing these two as mascot style costumes. The big head foam costumes at Dragon Con when I went in 2019. And yeah, Statler and Waldorf were very cool. Dragon Con's great because it's the Marriott. It's all an indoor hotel, so it's just balconies everywhere. So they could just walk up to any balcony and start judging.
Yeah, it's mass insanity. I saw the video of this year's Dragon Con.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of laughing to myself, thinking, if there's just a regular businessman there for a trip,
Right.
he's gonna think he's lost his mind.
Yeah. It's like, wait, how much are the rooms this week?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. I'm really glad I got to go when I got to go. I may not make it to another Dragon Con because there's a local con that always happens on the same weekend, which is Labor Day weekend here in the States. It's a 3-day weekend. And I get treated really well. I get to do the cosplay repair. It's 15 minutes from my shop, so it's easy to just go and come back as opposed to Atlanta, which is 3 time zones away. So I may never make it to another Dragon Con, but my liver probably is okay with that. But sir, thank you very much. This is I like Animal's drum kit. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was a nice little model. Considering how many parts there were, it came out pretty neat.
Yeah, there's quite a few pieces for the same price blind bag as everything else.
Yeah,
So
because most of them come with 1 or 2 accessories, but that's got quite a few.
Yeah, and he's got 3 or 4 colors molded in his face, right? Well, his eyes are painted. Okay, so maybe it is just 2. Maybe it's just the eyebrows and the red and everything else is painted. Still.
But the Lego did a really nice job on the head sculpts on all of them.
Yeah.
Even something weird like Kermit, the head sculpt's pretty good. But I think my favorite 2 are Statler and Waldorf.
Oh, for sure.
Because they look exactly like the puppets.
Yeah. These guys are great. And you've got the Sesame Street set, so you've got
I
more
do.
Henson Legos.
I do, yeah. I'm really hoping that they bring out a Lego Muppet Theatre. I know there's been 2 or 3 done on the Lego ideas.
Right.
But they've never done it. But there's a kind of a resurgence of in the Muppets with Disney Plus.
Okay.
So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed they bring it out, because the Lego Ideas ones were really quite impressive.
That's cool. Was there a Kermit in the Sesame Street one?
No.
Oh, really?
It was Bert and Ernie, Oscar.
Right.
Who else was there?
Big Bird.
There was a Big Bird. There was a Elmo.
Okay.
And one other. I can't remember what the other one was.
Cookie Monster?
No, was it Cookie Monster? Yeah, Cookie Monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they weren't as well done as these.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So Oscar was literally just a green ball with eyes. And you built a little trash can, put the ball on there, and then a trash can lid. So that wasn't as good as these.
Okay. So it wasn't even a minifigure head, it was
just
the crystal
a green
ball piece.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Big Bird had a sculpt. I think they all had a sculpt except that one.
Okay. Yes, I'm seeing interaction with chat.
I know. We're so sorry. We get chatting, and I apologize. We both missed it.
Hope you guys don't mind.
Danda says he's been going through his old Legos and started rebuilding some of the old sets he got as a kid. Really surprised it still had the parts to put together. Over 20 sets. Good Lord.
Oh, wow. Good job. I remember you were posting some Blacktron 2 sets that you had. Blacktron was the first, villain set, I think. It still wasn't quite villain, but they were kind of villain that Lego put out. It was for space. Because you had classic space, and it kind of became Futron, the Explorers, and then Blacktron came out. So it was Futron was a lot of white parts and a lot of neon and light gray, and so Blacktron was transparent red and black and yellow with literally the Triforce from Legend of Zelda. That was the original Blacktron logo. Was that triangle, but it wasn't supposed to be the Triforce. It was just what they did.
Because you were into the space Legos, if I remember right.
Yeah,
See, I never got into that as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will be at the local Lego store this week because the new Office set comes out.
Oh, cool.
Which has 15 minifigs of everybody from the Office.
Oh, wow.
So that was another Lego ideas idea.
So yet another Oh, no, that's Parks and Rec. Okay, cool. I got mixing my characters up. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool. Now, the other thing you brought, which I'm somewhat excited about, and I've already played with a little bit, but I've had 90 minutes of downtime, is on your channel, Geek Pride, you eat a lot of weird stuff and a lot of hot stuff.
Yes, we do.
So you brought a box of hot things.
I did.
Okay, and ice cream, which is probably pretty
Just
well
in case, which is probably I did put it in an ice protector and things, so
Okay.
hopefully it's still fairly solid. But
Well, we've got
how long we got?
half an hour or so. You want to play with hot foods?
You want to see Odin suffer?
Yeah, you want to see Odin suffer?
Let's see what we got.
Let's see a show of hands. How many people want to watch me eat hot stuff? Because I like talking about how I enjoy hot stuff all the time. So he's collecting parts. Now, 90 minutes ago or so, I did play with the Carolina Reaper hot cheese balls, and yeah, they're hot. So, but I'll probably end up eating another one here in a little bit.
All right, so let's see what we got. Okay, so that's the mildest.
That's the mildest. So this is the Hot Ones Scorchin' Pringles.
Yeah, that's a second. That's the classic.
The classic hot sauce. Okay.
Everybody's raising hands.
Everyone's raising hands.
That
Right
is
on.
the Caliente Verde, which actually I really like. That's a nice flavor.
Oh, there's the name. It's like, where are you seeing the name on? Okay,
Yeah.
on this side.
And then this is the Caliente. I think it's called Rojo,
Caliente Rojo. Gotcha. So
which is
we got
spicier than the
hot green, hot red.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you feel like throwing in some of the,
And the classic.
sorry, I forgot it's hot ones. You have to do that.
Oh, okay.
Last Dab, which
you-
is the killer.
Last up,
Have a
made
sniff
with
of
the
that
Apollo
over there.
pepper. Ooh. Yeah, okay. That smells similar to some hot sauces I've had. That's kind of cool.
See, as we
Dirty saving and salivating as soon as I smell it.
we talked about this before the live stream. We were chatting, and I said I actually really do like this one. It's got a nice flavor.
Yeah, that's. I'm hoping this is like the one that I'm remembering. I'm out of it now, but yeah,
Well, you can see I use it a lot because the bottle's almost
the bottle's halfway. It's down to the red line. That's cool. It's actually got a metallic type label, so
Yeah.
it's a Apollo pepper, the new hottest pepper from Guinness World Records.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't-
that pathetic Carolina Reaper thing.
No, not that thing. Some new pepper that's been starved of moisture, so it's super hot.
Yeah, the guy that came up with it is a guy called Screaming Ed Curry. And the
Okay.
guy's just insane.
Okay.
He's like, we've got these hot peppers, but I can do better.
So, I've had one of these. We can probably come back around to
So
that.
these are way mild compared to that.
Oh, okay.
But I would work my way up.
Sure.
In fact, I very well may. So these are ones we tried on the
Can I-
channel a few weeks ago.
Can I shake a couple out without actually sticking my hand in the box so I can keep it clean? So this is just
This is just your basic. This is kind of like a nice buffalo sauce.
the classic hot sauce. Okay.
But like if you smell just a nice
yeah,
vinegary.
yeah.
Excuse the crunching.
Well, we're not wearing lav mics, so the crunching may not be nearly as bad. And we'll drop it on the floor. Oh, that's
Well,
good.
that's just a nice vinegary buffalo sauce.
Oh, I could totally just eat a can of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now these were limited, so I don't even know if they're still available.
Fair enough.
They
But
did,
they're limited from this year, so they're not limited from like.
correct. They actually did do a set of this,
Okay.
but they were a set of 10. They were selling for $90 on eBay. I'm like, I don't need them that bad.
No.
Apparently, Bernie says our butts are going to be on fire in a few hours.
Possible.
I think we'll be okay.
I think we'll be okay. We both enjoy hot stuff, just
Yeah.
for the sake of hot stuff.
Now these I like. They're a little spicier,
Oh yeah. This
But
is the
they got a-
verde, so this is the green
Yeah.
spicy.
but they got a nice flavor to them.
Grab a few more of these.
But you're going to immediately smell like green chili.
Yeah, it smelled green. I say that a lot, but yeah, it smells like the green. Oh, this is good.
It has that green sultry kind of flavor.
Now I feel like I grabbed too many.
You can toss it. A tiny
I'll
little
eat
bit, tiny little bit spicier than the first one, but not much. Austin Lips is saying, sorry I'm late, Odin. What did I miss today? We actually glued something.
Yeah, we actually glued something. Progress got made in the Neutrona one. We talked about, quite a few things. I don't really remember what all of them were.
It ranged from kids' TV shows from the early 80s.
Right.
Up through spicy food, movies.
Movies, your channel, because we talked about stuff even before it was a public stream. Yeah. This is good.
Yeah, those are tasty. Mm-hmm. But if you eat a lot, you'll get a little bit of a sweat going. Because they do have a little tiny... For a commercial chip, they've got kind of a kick.
Yes, for a commercial, definitely. I'm thinking about Takis.
A little bit,
The Fuego Takis, which I really like the Fuego Takis, except they are so hard and crunchy.
They are.
That the texture I don't care for as much, but I like the flavor. See, if that makes any sense.
I'm not a fan of them because they're very limey, a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of lime on a chip.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
There's some hot limes that I don't like. The Fuego was one I did, but I've had some that, it's like adding the lime just ruins it, guys. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually taste tested something a few weeks ago. It was a Lay's chip. And it was very limey. It reminded me of Takis.
Okay.
And so I wasn't a fan.
Right.
But then
this is coming from a limey.
Yeah, very good.
All right.
No. This one is to me the hottest.
Okay. But they've all got the same, it's just their logo, right? They've all got the same chili pepper thing. So this is the Rojo. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And I usually go for the red pepper sauces at the...
See, I usually go for the green.
Okay. There's a guacamole or an avocado based hot sauce that I get at some of the. I really like that one. There's a salsa. It's not a hot sauce.
But this has a little smokiness to it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
And this one you immediately feel the burn, or at least that's what I got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one is immediately hot. This has got, classic. It's got more of the. It's not Tabasco, but that type of hot, that type of bite. Well, doesn't taste like vinegar.
No, it does not. No, that's some immediate punch. You feel it right away. And again, for a commercial chip, fair kick to it.
Good kick for a commercial chip.
Yeah.
So, what should I put the last dab on? This one?
You gonna go for it?
Yeah, of course I want to go for it. You brought it.
DJ Stumpy says, "What's the heat of the sauce on the rectum scale?"
Glad it's over. No, I don't know.
So I tell you now, this one, because it's been in my fridge, is a little thinner than the one on the show. It starts out very thick, and the longer you keep it, the more liquid it gets.
Okay.
I would be very cautious. Okay. I wouldn't put a drop, but
you wouldn't
I wouldn't
douse
it. No.
Okay. And rectum scale, rectum damn near killed him. Okay. Anyway.
Excuse me, guys.
Sure. Yeah, one of the fun things with playing with the hot sauces is you clear your sinuses, and I did that earlier. So I'm salivating quite well. This is good.
So I ate 10 chicken wings covered in this.
Okay. Come on.
So now I tend to put it in like soups and stews.
There it goes. Okay.
That is a heck of a dab.
I got a heck of a dab because more came out than planned. But all right.
So my recommendation to you.
Yes. Where is it at? There it is. Here's my dab.
He certainly dabbed it. My recommendation to you is tongue side down. Put it on your tongue.
Put this on my tongue?
Yeah, because that'll give you the best.
Okay.
And let me know if you need the ice cream.
All right. I've never had the last dab.
But the flavor's good. Mm-hmm. It's very smoky.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like vinegar. That is good.
And it's a slow burner.
Okay, good. Hot sauce by the heatinist, right? Yeah, I like it.
It's a good flavor.
It's a good flavor. It's a good hot.
It's a nice hot.
Yeah.
Now, is it as hot as the celebrities make out when they're dying? No.
That's hard to tell. I've got friends that can't handle jalapenos. So it depends on the celebrity, and then also they might be playing it up for the show.
I'm sure a lot of them do.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of them do.
That is a slow burn.
In a soup or a stew, it's fantastic.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
For Christmas, Odin wants... Anyway, that's really cool. or not. It's really hot.
How we doing? Are we doing okay?
Doing okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got the inhale. Ha ha!
Like
I
I said-
got the hot spit in the back of the throat. That
So
was
I
good.
tell you, we always say on when we taste test something like this, it's fine until you breathe.
Yeah, and the inhale, because it's a little on my lips, or it could be from the chips too, and yeah, it's got some good burn going still.
It does, and it's a lingerer. You'll
It does.
feel it for about another 10 minutes,
Okay.
but then it just drops.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because this one very much had when I did these earlier, it had a very gradual.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, excuse me, it burns and then just kind of drops down.
Okay.
One of my favorite hot sauce is one you actually can't get. I have a friend whose husband worked for Tabasco,
Okay.
and she gave me Tabasco Scorpion.
Interesting.
And I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever had Scorpion chilies.
No, I haven't had the chilies. I recently tried the scorpion burger at Red Robin, and I was disappointed.
Well,
Very disappointed.
I like the flavor a lot.
Okay.
But I get the feeling that they call it Scorpion because it literally feels like needles going in your tongue.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a weird sensation and kind of, you know.
Okay.
But it's fantastic. And I actually have 3 bottles of it. So next time I see you,
Okay.
I'll bring you a bottle. But the flavor, if you like Tabasco,
Oh yeah. Well, I like the flavor of Tabascos. I like the green Tabasco, but I love the Chipotle Tabasco.
it's fantastic.
Yeah. I'll go to Chipotle and then drown my burrito with Chipotle Tabasco.
Well, the Scorpion Tabasco is so good, but
Okay.
it literally feels like you're being stung.
Okay.
By a scorpion. It's fantastic.
Excellent.
We apologize. We are completely missing out on people on the chat. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
And
totally. So we'll catch up on that really quick.
so let's see. A couple of people are asking if we've done the one chip challenge. I have. Odin hasn't.
I have not.
However,
However,
you want to do it, right? And,
I'd love to do it.
And there's a couple of other people want to do it. So maybe,
yeah,
another live stream if you can coordinate.
We probably can, because I think Dan had interest. I know Mariah, Adaptable Gamers Incorporated, has interest, and Mickey Red had interest.
Well, you let me know how many you want.
Okay.
I did bring some today, but if other people are interested, you want to do it all as kind of like a together. Have them sign a waiver.
With the idea of doing it with other people all at the same time, that is probably a better plan. But no, I totally want to eat one right now. But
You want to do them now?
yeah, I do. I'm getting a small sweat going on too. I can feel this is nice and hot. This is good. I don't know if I'm visibly perspiring, but I can feel it on my legs and whatnot. It's happening.
Yeah, that right leg is shaking a bit.
Oh, is it? All right.
I'm kidding. So pre-COVID, when I was still in the office,
Right.
I had on my pin board at the back of my desk, I had all the things that I'd completed. So the world's hottest chocolate bar, this
Okay.
thing, the Moab, which was hell,
I think I've heard of the Moab.
mother of all bars, and they weren't kidding.
Okay.
That thing was so hot,
Okay.
and it was a pound of chocolate and caramel with Reapers in.
With Reapers in it. Okay.
So imagine
with
chewing caramel covered or caramel inside chocolate.
Right.
You're chewing and you can't swallow, so the burn is getting worse.
Okay. With chunks of Reaper.
Oh, it was awful.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
So we've got. Of course, I like my close-up cam. That's probably never in focus. That looks like it should.
It looks
be.
okay to me.
But yeah. So, and you were saying this is the first year.
This is the first year, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because the one I saw, it didn't have a red skull on it. I'm pretty sure it was yellow.
So that was yellow was the second year.
Okay. One deadly black tortilla chip. After this, hell should be easy.
Steve earlier mentioned surströmming, which is something I really want to do.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
I really want to do that.
Yes, I will do that with you. There was a friend at. I am delaying, but it's more to let the other stuff die down a little bit. There was a friend at when I was working at the PBS station at KVIE. She kept bringing those things up and showing it to me and showing me the videos. And she was married to someone that was not their
really?
normal food, but that was Anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I'd love to do that. And then somebody's asking, have I done the toe of Satan? No, that one's just That one's more of a real, just, stick something in your mouth and see how long you can deal with it.
Oh, okay.
The one thing I've discovered since doing this, and the
Right.
one thing I've kind of put my foot down now, and a lot of the spicy challenge people are doing,
Right.
is not doing extract.
Oh,
Because extracts hurt.
okay.
They hurt going in,
Yeah.
they hurt while they're in, and they hurt going out.
That makes sense.
So I don't do extracts anymore.
Because it's concentrated. It's.
Yeah, I mean, it's 60 million Scovilles.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why? I mean, kind of.
And when you consider Reaper's 2,
Reaper's 2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16. Okay.
so it's just ridiculous.
Now, this is quite a bit of packaging going on here. I saw these at a truck stop, so I'm sure they were priced a bit higher, but this was an $8 chip when I saw
That
it.
sounds about right.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, thank you.
Well, I bought 10 of them, so I still have some left.
The Reaper is waiting.
Yanolith says he sent your package off and he'll send you the tracking number once he logs onto Discord.
Oh, sweet.
And
Thank
Dan
you.
says quit stalling.
Quit stalling. Okay, Dan.
Sometimes these are broken, sometimes
They're
they're
rare.
whole. It depends on what they are.
Feels like it's whole. We got a whole pamphlet.
I think it's got a little poster on.
I can't quite...
It says I survived.
Right. So I can't quite do that yet. I remember being at a con and somebody had one of these in the room and some other hot things that were all excited about doing it. And I was excited, and then it didn't happen.
So I will tell you now, with everything you've had so far, you'll deal with this fine.
Okay. So this is broken. It looks like asphalt.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. All at once. Come on. All at once. Now we can't talk. Now please remember to wash your hands before you go to the bathroom. And it'll be fine unless you don't breathe. This man's insane. No wonder I get along well. How are we doing? Like, I think you'll be fine with this.
So far.
See, I don't think this is as spicy as those.
No, it's not. Well, it's got a Best Buy of 2020, so I don't know if that's...
No, a friend of mine did them the other week and he was fine.
Yeah.
I sent him one to England. He sent me a video and threatened to kill me.
That's awesome. Serving size, 1 chip.
I mean, it's hot, but
It's
it's
hot.
not like it's going to kill you.
Right. There's the breathing. Once I get the corn mush out of my mouth,
Yeah.
created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain.
I need to make a design for a t-shirt that says it's fine until you breathe.
There you go.
Because that could be for a lot of things.
This is, yeah.
You want the ice cream?
Not just yet. But I'm getting better burn on the lips. I think I'm starting to sweat on the forehead.
There's a little coming.
Okay. Yeah. I can feel mucus around the nostrils.
But again,
Yeah.
it's not a horrible flavor.
No.
It's not good, but it's not horrible.
Right. Yeah, this isn't a sit down and eat a big bag of them or anything. Not
No.
just because of how hot they are, but just the texture was
See,
not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, I planned on... The reason I got so many is I planned on making nachos with.
Okay, well, there you go.
But then I changed my mind. Because my wife said,
Yeah.
no.
This is a slow burn. It's building up. This is great. Probably because of the breathing.
I'm telling you, it's fine till you breathe.
Yep. This actually got me to tear up.
I thought you were just sad because we're coming to the end.
Well, there's that too. Short-term loss of speech, mouth on fire, impaired vision from tears. Oh, I'm missing out on the extreme profanity part. And then it's got rip. It's got a...
I can tell it's getting to you because you're
Oh, yeah.
swallowing a lot. I can see that.
I got a lot of spit and swallowing going on
Yeah.
for sure. I've been wanting to do this for years, so this is really cool.
There's a little sweat right there.
Oh,
for you
that's
as
not
well.
sweat. You've got paper towels in front of you. Of course, I touched it, so I got to be careful of this finger. But yeah,
But I think that's actually the first thing that's made you sweat all day.
yeah, it is. And that is hot.
And you just wiped your eyes with what you wiped your finger on.
No, that's on the
Oh,
inside.
thank God for that.
That's on the inside. Then I wiped my nose and folded it in half and wiped my eyes
Oh,
with the side that I
thank
hadn't
God.
used
I
yet.
saw you do it. I was like, no.
No. That is hot.
Still building, right?
I think it's peaked. But yeah.
Okay. This is how Odin sweats.
This is how Odin sweats. That was cool. Okay.
So that can go next to your Emmy.
There, perfect. Right next to the Yemi.
Well, we've been talking about you trying some of this for a long time. So
Very long time,
I'm
so I
glad we got to do
appreciate
it
it.
today for you.
Yeah, they had the haunted ghost pepper chips at that stop too. The freaking hot ones, the black and white one.
Yeah, see, those are just tasty.
Okay.
They're not hot at all.
They're not hot, but they're tasty.
No, they're tasty.
I've never eaten a single bag of with a single chip before.
Yeah, it's a strange experience.
Yeah. This building's still pretty good. I can see why you shake.
That's my health.
No
facts.
offense.
No, that's. My wife actually said the last time we had a doctor's appointment because I'm having some health issues. My wife said to the doctor, "Is this because he eats spicy crap?" And the neurologist was like, "No. Why do you ask?" She's like, "Never mind."
He eats a lot of spicy crap. Yeah. So I've got a good sweat going on. My eyes are watering. This was hot. Eyes are still watering. I'm still drooling.
It's the little.
Oh, yeah.
There, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know when you want the ice cream.
It's 2. Sure. Mostly because I'm really curious about... I'm on camera, so I want to go, no, I don't even... Sure. What ice cream did you bring?
I got you the chocolate chip cookie dough.
Oh, sweet. That's in the...
It's in the Ziploc bag with the white bag, yeah. And there's actually spoons over here. Let me grab one of those.
Thank you.
I brought one from me as well because I wasn't sure
If
I was going to do one or not.
Right.
Let me give you that. So.
Thank you. Oh, that's actually a disposable spoon. I thought you brought China.
Oh, we're classy.
Yeah.
We have classy disposable where we are. So hopefully this is still semi-frozen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
So you enjoy it.
Geek Pride branded.
Yes. We have our own... No, I'm kidding.
Get your own Geek Pride chocolate cookie dough ice cream available at geekpride.shop.
Well, I was going to get gin and berries, but, you know.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's actually not too bad.
That's not too bad. That's nice and... So, yeah. One chip challenge. Finally got to do it. Yes, it's hot.
Well, I'm going to open mine because I got pineapple coconut.
Mm.
Anyway, so again, back to the food channel that we're on.
Yes. So, I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching Odin Eats. If you want to see more hot food and weird food challenges, including 50 different videos about eating Oreos, please check out Geek Pride right here on YouTube. That's youtube.com/geekpride. Featuring host with
Lee and
Lee.
Jason.
And
My
Jason.
buddy Jason. Because he's the only other person, other than Odin, that will do it with me.
That guy would do it. I've joked about doing that with you for a few years now.
Gosh, yeah, pre-pandemic.
The first time you came by Sac Enemy, you had Fozzie, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he was new at that point, but...
He must have been, yeah. Whew. This is good.
That's definitely good after eating. So, right now, everyone watching, there's the hot cheese balls. No, I didn't eat them right now. I did early on. This is actually the first thing I ate back in the first 20 minutes of the program.
Big mistake.
Kind of. This was hotter. It could be because of one of the things I'm pretty sure is true with the Hot One show is all the hot stuff builds. And this has more lingering and more hot going on than these guys did, for me. And
I would agree with that.
And I did get a tiny flake of something in the corner of my eye. I can feel it.
Oh, no. That's a good lunch, a pint of ice cream.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'll try not to eat the whole thing right now.
And you glued something together.
And I did glue something together. I got more parts put together for the one. Felicia was traveling. She's on the road, enjoying herself, having some time. So she should be back next week. So we'll be back again next Monday, doing more Neutrona one. I'm sure talking about eating all sorts of hot stuff. Apparently, we're going to have a special Odin Eats live stream coming up with a few of my friends that are here locally that are all watching. So Mariah from Adaptable Gamers, absolutely, you're invited. Mickey Rat, if you're interested, you're invited. I think you said you were. And Dan from Dan Does Junk, if you're interested, please come on by. Dan Does Junk also has a YouTube channel, YouTube/Dan Does Junk. And Mickey Rat actually has a local FN station, so it's a little harder to get a hold of, but I think it's also on streaming. So, streaming on the internet. So, Mickey, if you are still watching, please post the your URL for getting to get a hold of your stream. This is great. It's getting hard to talk, and I can feel it in my gut now.
Really?
Yep, I can feel the hot in my gut.
Schultz just said the voice says everything.
Voice says everything?
Yeah, I heard, you can hear a little tremor occasionally.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can. It's hot.
Glad we saved that till the end.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to play with one. That was really cool.
I don't need this. I'm just enjoying the ice cream.
Oh, of course. But
Dan
no.
says, let me know the date.
All right. Sweet. We'll have to figure all that out. Could be pretty quick, or might be on the weekend. Or it could be late in the evening, too. During the day is better. I think it's going to have to coordinate everyone's work schedule.
Rel says, I can hear Odin having trouble.
Uh-huh. It's hot. And I can feel it in my gut, which is always a fun thing. There's been more than once I've had something hot that wasn't hot to my mouth, but was hot in the gut. And this one, yeah. It's I can feel it. I've been punched in the gut. Not quite, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we were talking earlier. I can relate to that.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you for bringing toys and bringing Lego toys.
You're welcome.
And bringing ice cream, coming in and filling in. So, yeah, we're past our mark where we need to be.
There you go.
All right. Any quick last minute things? I see a lot of emoji faces.
Yeah,
Tongues
everybody's
hanging out.
saying thanks, goodbye. Listing, pineapple coconut's good ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Hot in your gut. I hope you have a lot of toilet paper. But yeah, we're just saying farewell.
If I remember, I'll try and post a rectum report to Discord.
I used to watch that show.
Okay.
The Rectum Report.
Rectum report? I don't know that
News
show.
channel.
Oh, was it?
No, joking.
Okay. Not surprised. I will not be posting pictures, so sorry, guys.
Yeah, so Schultz says, please don't.
Please don't. Very cool. Thank you very much. So I know there's going to be lots of different ways you could spend a couple hours on a Monday afternoon, but I'm really glad Lee came by, and really thank you very much for watching. And this is how Odin streams.
Now we got to find the button.
I got to find the button. There's always a big joke about finding the button.